What's going on, guys? I'm Jeff, the Yoshi Fanatic, and welcome to part 5 of Yoshi's Crafted World Revisited 5 years later. Guys, it's been one heck of a week. I've been very busy, haven't had much time to think about this game, but I have been looking forward to getting back to it, and I hope you guys have too. So welcome everybody! Welcome to Brainpick, Aurora, and Joe! What's going on, everybody? How was your week? Alright, right away we need to choose what Yoshi we're going to play as. We must determine. And I think we've got a couple that we haven't played as yet. I think it's just the green and the light blue ones, if I'm not mistaken. So why don't I go ahead, post a poll. You know what? Just let me know which Yoshi you think I should go as. Light blue or green? Boshi. Do Boshi, says Joe. I'm afraid I've already done dark blue Yoshi. So I gotta give either green Yoshi or light blue Yoshi the chance to shine this time. Next time we'll do Boshi. A shame there isn't a Boshi, just a Yoshi with sunglasses and his toes peeking out of his shoes. Light blue? Any, it's close to Boshi. You know what? I like that idea. We're doing light blue Yoshi. Let's go. Let's do it! Okay, so last time, we actually made a pretty decent amount of progress. We, completed, this section of levels, and this section. So we got 2 gems last time. This time, we've got quite a few courses to go. And I don't know if we're gonna quite get to the yellow gem because remember, I'm doing all of the levels, their associated collectibles, all the souvenir side quests, and the Poochie Pups, all as I go. So, it's gonna be a bit of a stretch. Let's see if we can't get to the yellow gem. If I can get to the yellow gem, I'll be ecstatic. We'll see what happens. I'm getting a bit of an early start compared to when I normally start, so I don't know, I'm kind of hopeful, but we'll see. This is probably the harder section of this collection of worlds. Back! Sorry, I want to say hi to my mom, says Brainpick. Say hi to your mom as much as you need to. They deserve it. Your mom always deserves your love and attention. That felt cheesy. Well, how are you guys? I hope your week was fantastic. As I said earlier, mine was pretty crazy. I did a lot of driving around this week. I was out on the road for a work trip 3 out of 5 days this week. And every time I drove somewhere new, it was about 2 hours away. So, I spent a lot of time on the road this week. I figured out what to get my brother for his birthday. A USB-C charger that doubles as a power bank. Perfect for someone that forgets to charge his phone all the time, says Aurora. That sounds like a perfect and thoughtful gift, honestly. Hey, I would like one. I could definitely use a power bank. It's not that I ever forget to charge my phone. It's that, well, I often use my phone for work. When I go out to job sites, I tend to take a lot of photos. This week I had to do what's called a BCS, or a Building Conditions Survey. What I had to do was go to a school district, which is comprised of 4 different buildings. Oh my, did not realize he was gonna jump that far. 4 different buildings. I had to go to it, and I had to visit every single room in every single building just to see how everything is electrically speaking. And I took over 2,100 photos in my time there. So, took a lot of photos. That drains the battery over time. Oh. Hey, Solar Flare, welcome to the stream! All that is to say, I've been thinking about getting a power bank. My goodness! But then I think, like, I don't want to spend the money. And I'm making it through as is. It would just make my life a little bit easier. Yes, welcome to the stream, Solar Flare. How was your week, my friend? How goes the planning for the Wii Sports Tournament? I hope that that works out for the most number of people. If, by the way, it turns out that, you know, more people can make it in a time slot that I cannot, by all means, go ahead and schedule it for the time that works the best for most people. I will be happy to sit this one out if it benefits more people. It's going good. You locked in? In as much as, that's a schedule that will work for everybody. Remember, my kids go to bed at like 9:30. So, yeah. Anytime after that, I'm all in. There's a secret there. I know it. I know this to be true. I know it to be the case. Haha! It was just coins, but I don't know. Oh! I completely forgot to mention. I'm sure that this level's theming looks familiar. At least to some extent. Yes, this level is Yoshi's Woolly World themed, with various different aspects of that game being represented, such as the windmills in the background, or the giant yarn balls. Lots of cool little throwbacks. Well, power banks have really come down in price since I last looked, so even I'm interested in getting one now, says Aurora. That's awesome. Yeah, I may have to take a look myself. I'm at least in the market for a new charging brick. Not so much that I need it, so much as I've been rocking with the ones I got from my Motorola phone, like, you know, 3.5 years ago. And those are only 10-watt charging. I think my phone is good up to 20 or 30 watts, I forget. It's the Google Pixel 7a, which also, I said it was the 6a last stream, just because I was thinking of the size of it being 6.1 inches. No, it is the Pixel 7a. And, I forget what level of fast charging that supports. I feel like it's 18 watts, 20 watts, somewhere around there. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Oh hey, the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake just released, says Brainpick. Yes, it did! Arlo started streaming it. I watched some of that today. And what's interesting is, I didn't realize this, but I guess Nintendo switched over to, like, a Thursday release schedule? I was not aware of that. When did that change? Or did it change? Okay, why did I do that? Lamau says, I'm over here playing the new Thousand Year Door remake, but you got me wanting to come back to this game. It's been a while. Welcome to the stream, Lamau. Yes, I also have been wanting to revisit this game, clearly. I mean, I'm doing just that. And it's not like my mind is going to be changed at all, except for on some, like, very, very minor things. I felt like my opinion on the game is pretty well developed at this point. So, you know, this stream series isn't really teaching me anything new, but it is fun to revisit it, kind of, you know, give it another chance. And I like this game. Like, I feel like I like this game more than most people do. I mean, I'm the Yoshi Fanatic, so that's kind of not unexpected, you know? Still, it's nice to give this game a spotlight once again. Also, I should catch up on some comments. Sorry, one sec. Apparently they changed the characterization for Vivian and people freaking out, but I don't really care, says Solar Flare. I did read about that. Yeah, it's... I'm not gonna focus on that. It's something that I had heard before, but... It's not gonna ruin the game for me, I'll just say that. Solar Flare says, how was your week? Very busy this week. Very busy. First time in a while that I've had to pull overtime. I worked 50 hours this week, which again, doesn't sound like a lot, but when you've got a family at home, it sure feels like a lot. And I had to do an overnight trip last night. 3 days this week, I had to drive at least 2 hours each day. On Wednesday, I drove the 2-hour stretch, or 2.5-hour stretch, back and forth. So I drove a combined total of 5 hours on Wednesday for a 3-hour meeting. So that was grand. But, you know, it was good. I liked getting out of the office, doing something that I don't normally do. Or don't do all the time, I guess. I've been at my computer desk a lot lately, and it was nice to get out. Missed Sky and the kids yesterday, though. Probably best we don't talk about it, says Lamau. Yeah, I'd rather not. Hey everyone, says Blues Cat. Welcome to the stream, Blues Cat. How was your week? How have you been? I hope I'm not missing anything. Ah! Dang it. Well, that's not good. I'm telling you, man, those gusties, they get you. They get you. Well, at least they get me. Let's see if I can't, get some red eggs to refill some health here. I imagine this would be a good... Well, it would be a good candidate if, my eggs didn't, like, vanish into the nothingness of the off-screen. My week was good, says Blues Cat. I'm glad to hear it, my friend. I'm glad to hear it. About to start high school. I'm scared. We about to graduate from K through 8. I've been at for 9 years, says Solar Flare. That's gonna be quite the advancement. But you know what? You've got this. I believe in you. High school's good. In some ways, like, I kinda miss the high school days. But, you know, for me, I gotta remember the good with the bad. Like, it wasn't all grand. It wasn't all, like... Oh, man. Like, there were certainly some things that I would go back and change if I could, but still, I had a pretty pleasant high school experience, all things considered. Finished writing my resume for a Chick-fil-A job also, says Solar Flare. Nice resume building. High school is a lot better than middle school. Enjoy it while it lasts, says Lamau. I think I would agree with that. Well, I may not get full health this time around. I've been pretty lax about that through this level. I should not have been, but I was, and that is how it goes. Man, I wish you had a donate button, says Teddy Crusher. What's going on, Teddy Crusher? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't know. I think that instead of doing super chats and donations, your money would be better spent on... Oh, I wasted a whole bunch of time. I think your money would be better spent on other things. For now, I'm not really focused on... Goodness gracious! For now, I'm not really focused on the monetization aspect of my channel. I have ads turned on. But even that, I've not committed to fully. Like, I turn off mid-roll ads for my streams. Or mid-roll ads just in general. I'm gonna have to replay this level again for full health. That's an inevitability at this point. I've just screwed it up too many times. Did I get everything else, though? Yes. So, I will have to play this level again to get the, souvenirs. It's not that big of a deal. But anyway, yeah, I'm not too focused on the monetization of the channel. It's kind of one of those things that... It's like, YouTube was already throwing ads on my videos. I may as well get a little bit of a kickback from it, but that's about as far as I'm willing to take it for now. Maybe at some point in the future. Until then, hang on to your money. And, use it for... You know, spoil yourself or something. Get yourself a coffee. Or a fast food burger or something, I don't know. Whatever you want to spend your money on. Plush says, sorry I'm late, I was watching a Pikmin 4 Castaway ranking, and my man Horatio got 5th place. Wahoo! I don't know what any of that means, but welcome to the stream. It sounds like you had fun. Are you finished the game yet, says Teddy Crusher. Not yet. I'm pretty much trying to complete it as I go, including the souvenirs. So I've got a ways to go. We'll see how far we can get in this stream, but no, I have not finished the game yet. I think I just subconsciously wanted to be on that level for a while. The Yoshi's Woolly World level. Even the Yoshi's Woolly World theme wasn't quite as enticing in this game, though, as it is in the Yoshi's Woolly World game. I think, like, they put the Yoshi's Crafted World spin on it, with, like, all sorts of cardboard and all that, I guess. Like, it just, I don't know, hits different, I guess, and not in a good way. Aurora says, my high school experience was kind of boring and uneventful, so I chose to attend vocational school for my last 2 years instead. Well, it sounds like it serves you well. And, you know, vocational school is definitely something that's praiseworthy. Getting into a trade or, like that sort of thing, absolutely a good option. My career path didn't favor the vocational approach. It favored the whole going to college after high school and everything, so that's the path I took. But that is no more praiseworthy than going the vocational school route. Plush says, yeah, the Yoshi's Woolly World was an absolute highlight, says Plush. Yes, it was. I just got $100 today from my dad, and we just sold our van today, says Teddy Crusher. Nice. It's always nice to get a little bit of extra cash. Save up for something, or, I don't know, splurge on a little something. I recently splurged on something for, well, for JJ really, but also for me. JJ has taken an interest in looking at my 3DS games recently, and in particular has wanted to play Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World, Super Mario 3D Land. What did that do? Yeah, Super Mario 3D Land, and a couple others. And I thought, I don't want him touching my 3DSs. But I would not mind if he wants to try my 3DS games. So I decided to go on the eBays, and I found a good deal on a good condition Nintendo 2DS with a case and a couple loose game cartridges. So that's coming in the mail probably next week, I hope. I will be the proud owner of a Nintendo 2DS. Not something I thought I would ever say, but honestly, I'm pretty excited about it. Should catch up on some comments. This level is why I want to see a Yoshi game made entirely out of food art, says Plush. I can understand that. All the cupcakes and macarons and stuff like that. I've been watching videos about macarons lately. I want to try making them. Here, I should probably, we had a banquet for 8th grade graduates, and they read our hobbies, but my friend didn't know that they would announce them and put water polo and watching Solar Flare 824, and the deacon of my church read my YouTube name. Oh, that's funny. That's like the highest of shout-outs that you can attain at school. What's vocational school? Like a trade school? It says Solar Flare. Yeah, pretty much like a trade school. Aurora says, I actually went for graphic design and photography. Nice. That's awesome. Honestly, I met some wonderful people in middle school, but since most of them are changing schools, I hope that in high school, some new people are friendlier, says Brainpick. Luke says, also, Grimace Shake. In the water supply? Grimace Shake in the water supply. Teddy Crusher says, I love 3DS. It's nostalgia. My brother has a 3DS with Minecraft. Yeah, I I loved the 3DS generation. That was when I was getting old enough to start like affording my own sort of video game stuff. I need to pay attention here. Like, I was able to buy my own 3DS. I bought all three of them. It's not like I had a serious amount of income or anything, but enough. I was in college. I did some odd jobs and stuff like that. Had some cash on me. And, yeah. Like, that was the age when I really started buying my own games, and yeah, really enjoyed their generation. Really did. I bought 3 3DSs in total. I sold one to my friend. The original blue 3DS, I got that one. And, Ocarina of Time remake? I think those are the games. That was the game I got first, and then shortly after I got Kid Icarus Uprising. I was very excited about that one. I still love that game. What else? Oh, okay, yeah. So then, in 2014, I decided I wanted to buy a 3DS XL, just, well, because I wanted it. And, there was a Yoshi Special Edition one, and that's the one I got. Excuse me. And then, sometime later, I think it was like 2016, I bought the small new 3DS with the interchangeable faceplates. And I imported Yoshi faceplates from Japan. Because they don't sell them here. But yeah, needless to say, I loved the 3DS generation. And now I'm going to be buying a 4th one. The Nintendo 2DS for my son JJ. And also for myself, because I'm curious. Yeah, I bought 3 of them. Plush says, oh yeah, I'm going through testing right now. Ah! I have a project for my schooly school. Ah! You know, thinking about all that stuff, the tests and the projects and all that, like, that's not the stuff that I miss from high school or any of that. Like, nah. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. Okay. Yoshi Daffy Duck says, now video games can animate puppet characters like Kermit the Frog without looking creepy. Kermit looks so good in that racing game. That racing game? What racing game? 3 is insane, says Solar Flare. Plushpocalypse says, I want $50 for, I kid you not, Hey Pikmin. Hey Pikmin? Are you morbidly curious or something? I don't know, like, I don't know anything about Pikmin. I just know that Arlo had a very negative opinion on that one. I think more just because... I think in his case it was more just because it had been like over 10 years since the last Pikmin game. And like they came out with a Pikmin. Maybe it hadn't been 10 years. Like Pikmin 3 came out during the Wii U generation, obviously. I think I got everything. Nice! Nice! First time, yo! First try! Nice. I am morbidly curious, says Plush. I respect that. I respect that. Good luck. I hope that, you get something of value out of that endeavor. I want to try the Pikmin games at some point. Like, I keep seeing Pikmin 1+2 at, Walmart. And I keep thinking about buying it, and then I thought, I'm not gonna play it right now, like... I've got too many games in my backlog and no time to play video games. Other than Friday nights. So, Yoshi pulls some strings. That's very literal. So yeah, like, at some point I would love to own the 4 main Pikmin games on my Switch, but now is not that time. I preferred the better Hey Pikmin, Kirby Mass Attacks as Aurora. That's something I've also wanted to try is Kirby Mass Attack, but I never got around to it. Maybe someday. Maybe. Remember what happened when we watched Shark Tale? It's a solar flare. Oh. I had a blast watching that train wreck, says Plush. I think that he didn't ask for lame as heck slow 2D platformer of Pikmin, says Luke. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's... Definitely not something that Arlo was wanting. Not that I think that that could necessarily, or not that I don't think that could be or could not be good. I'm sure, like, done properly, it wouldn't be awful. But it sounds like wrong game, wrong time. Kind of like Metroid Prime Federation Force or whatever it was called on the 3DS. Because it had been so long since, like, the last Metroid game. And then it was like Metroid somethingth anniversary, I forget. I feel like it must have been like the 30th anniversary of Metroid, and they're like, happy anniversary, Metroid! Here's a subpar first-person shooter that doesn't even let you play as Samus. What? So I imagine it's a very Metroid Prime Federation Force kind of thing. Maybe it's worse in that it's like an actually bad game, whereas Federation Force was at least like decent if you ignore the fact that it committed so many sins against the Metroid formula. And franchise just in general. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to interact with that central mechanic. Doesn't wrong game, wrong time imply that even at the right time it'd still be bad? This is Aurora. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Why was I trying to be fancy with that? There was no point. There was no reason for this. Ah! Solar Flare says, I still have a girlfriend. I'm elite! Nice. Especially in, well, I guess technically you're still in middle school. No, you know what? No, you are officially in high school now. You've graduated 8th grade. So you know what? High school romance. There you go. You've lasted this long. Good luck. Good work. And also good luck. The game I am talking about where Kermit is in is Speedstorm. I've never heard of that, Yoshi Daffy Duck. Guys, I found a vending machine Kirby plush, says Brainpick. That's amazing. I still want to play Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Again, have not had a chance to get around to it. You can't beat me, game. Meow. I want this stuff, and you cannot stop me from getting it. I mean, you can, but I'm perceptive. Hey, Jeff, you remember the awful OST of Yoshi's New Island? Well, for whatever reason, Hey Pikmin OST is actually really good for the most time. For most of the time, says Plush. That's interesting. There you go, at least it's got that going for it. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the experience to some extent at least. It certainly doesn't sound like an optimal Pikmin game. But, at the very least, you can get something out of it. So I hope that you do just that. And Yoshi's New Island soundtrack wasn't that bad. Especially like some of the songs in there were actually pretty dope. Most of them were middling to okay at best. I hung Wario, says Solar Flare. Did you do that for your upcoming video on the current state of the Wario series? Or franchise, or whatever you want to call it. I don't feel like I can call it a series. Because Wario has multiple series. Well, namely 2, I suppose. The Wario Land series and the WarioWare series. But I can't really call them a franchise either, because the franchise is Mario, not Wario. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? It's not that bad, but the kazoo really brings down the overall rating, says Aurora. Yeah, absolutely agreed. And if I ever get that Yoshi's New Island retrospective out, I do make a point about just that. I'm actually about to edit that portion of the video. I keep thinking like I really got to get back to editing it, but I haven't had a chance recently. It doesn't help that I've gotten into watching anime with Sky recently. Like, if you remember, I talked about us watching One Punch Man a few weeks ago. Well, we got through that relatively quickly. We tend to watch like 4 episodes of anime a night. And we finished off One Punch Man pretty quickly. I ended up reading the manga up to the current chapter. And now we have been watching Sword Art Online, which is a much bemoaned anime, but a very popular one. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. A few different reasons. I feel like that whole thing with Asuna and the fairy dance arc definitely didn't help things. But, you know, just a lot of the general tropes of, you know, very strong, not like, I don't know, like not very outgoing main character who still attracts like all the girls. Like that whole, I think they called it a harem. Like when all the girls chase after the one guy. Like that's an aspect people don't like about it. Ah! Yeah. Uh-oh. Loyal. Yeah. Very upset, yeah. But yeah, there's definitely things that people don't like about that anime. And, but I actually really enjoyed the anime for the most part. There's definitely things I don't like about it either, but overall I like it. So, we've been... This guy says it's still worth watching. I'll say this, it's popular for some good reasons, some bad reasons too, but some good reasons for sure. But we've been watching that lately. Point of that is, I have not gotten back to editing in quite a while. I'm not on fire for the boss's music, but the OST is an absolute earworm, says Plush. The game doesn't look anywhere as good as the mainline Pikmin, but it's still very enjoyable in its own right. I'd love a stopped windmill, please. Okay. Got it. I will go there. Gotta catch up on some comments. You're a weeb, says Plush. I'm not a weeb.
What's a weeb?
Someone who goes, like, absolutely absurd over Japanese culture, and, like, they're normally associated with really, really liking anime. I have an appreciation for the Japanese culture, but I am indeed not a weeb. The bad thing in the anime, or the bad things in anime that everyone universally hates is propagated by 12 shut-ins that drop 30,000 on all the merch, every time, says Aurora. For sure. I think that generally with, you know, anime, and especially popular anime, the overall, like, negative discourse around it is typically a very vocal minority. On the flip side, you also have people that are singing its praises like it's high art or something like that, and in some cases it could be, but, you know, there are some people who definitely blow it out of proportion. I don't watch a lot of anime, but when I do, I tend to enjoy it pretty well. I think especially like the well-animated fight scenes are very appealing to me. And yeah, just in general, I enjoy it. Especially with Sword Art Online, it's not like it's a difficult thing to digest mentally, I guess. Like, I read somewhere that, you know, Sword Art Online is one of those animes that, like, it's not super deep or anything, but it's easy enough to, like, sit back and enjoy. It's like, it doesn't really take that much to wrap your head around what's going on. And I like that. I like something that I don't have to, like, sit there and really ponder it in order to fully grasp it, I guess. Like, when I'm watching something, it's purely for the entertainment. Kind of the same thing with video games. Like, I'm not looking for something that really, really makes me think, you know? Like, I'm looking for something that's fun for me to shut my brain off and, you know, play for a few hours just to relax in my ever-fleeting free time. I think there are people who enjoy different aspects of hobbies to different extents. And that can certainly apply to anime, video games, movies, books, all that sort of thing. Like, you've got the people like us who, you know, we don't have a lot of free time, but when we do, we want to sit back and just enjoy something and not, you know, work our minds over it too much. But then there's people who love, like, getting super deep into it. They enjoy nitpicking and really, like, getting into the nitty-gritty with it. There's...
Got my brain thinking something that felt hard. I had to memorize.
By the way, I know this sounds a little one-sided, guys, but Sky and I are kind of discussing the various levels to which people enjoy hobbies. And I'm kind of summing it up, like, you know, there's different levels of it. And we're at the stage of our lives where, you know, we don't have a lot of time to sink into our hobbies. So when we do get to enjoy our hobbies, we don't want it to be too much work or too stressful. So... back to the main point, Sword Art Online is kind of one of those types of anime. It's not like, say, Attack on Titan or, you know, animes that, you know, have a lot of depth and make you really question the, you know, societal fabric of the culture we live in. It's one of those anime that is easy to digest and just enjoy, sit back, and, like, it's what I would guess I would call a popcorn anime. Like, easy to sit there and just watch and eat some popcorn, and when you're done, just be like, oh, that was fun. Like, that's kind of what it is. And for that, I like it. I really need to catch up on some comments here. Plush says, someone who is obsessed with Japanese culture is a weeaboo, whereas weeb has been downgraded to mean anime fan / fan of Japan. So you're a diet weeb. I'm pretty sure that weeb is short for weeaboo. And then there's me who is obsessed with games and stuff. I'm in the latter category, says Plush. I mean, that's fair. Hello, Joe. Aurora says, Jeff, you're not allowed to have hobbies. Hobbies are for children. So I'm told. So I'm told. Speedstorm is a Disney version of Asphalt 9, and no, there are no Marvel characters in the game, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. Okay. But yeah, that I'm not sure how I got off on that tangent. Oh yeah, I remember. I was talking about how I haven't been editing my video, even though I keep thinking about it. I'm constantly distracted. I think what I need to do is set aside like 1 or 2 nights a week or something like that to like sit down and focus on my editing instead of anime night. Like maybe anime night should be reserved for 3 nights out of the week or something. But I've just been enjoying it so much. It's really been nice to sit back and relax and watch something with Sky after the kids go to bed. What am I looking for? A smiling cupcake? The only downside of getting into that and watching it with Sky right now is the fact that Sword Art Online is very extensive. There's a lot of it. Like, we're on season 2 right now, and each season is 24 episodes of 20 minutes in length. And we're watching 4 episodes a night right now, so it takes us 6 nights to get through 1 season. There are 3 seasons in total, plus a few movies. It would take us around about 3 to 4 weeks to finish everything at the rate that we've been watching it. And that's if we watched, like, every night. There have been nights we've had to skip. Friday nights in particular, but also last night since I wasn't home. Me too, but it's also... I've been really enjoying it too, but I'm just saying maybe I should set aside 1 or 2 nights for getting this editing done that I've been putting off. Ah! 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 I've not been doing a very good job keeping an eye out for this cupcake. Oh, there it is. Exit course. Aurora says, society, your only purpose is to have a job and have children. You know, that's what I was worried about when we first found out that we were expecting for JJ. I thought that, like, the things that or the hobbies and everything that I enjoyed in life, I had to, you know, put on, well, indefinite hiatus. And I found that that's not necessarily the case, but I do have a lot less time for it.
It's a blessing to get married now. Like, it shouldn't be something that you do because society is pressured. I always wanted to get married. I think part of it was my and also just
This guy's basically just saying that, you know, it shouldn't be a societal pressure so much as seen as, like, a blessing to have children. And that she's always just wanted it because, well, that's what she's always wanted. She didn't feel pressured into it because that's the norm. And for sure. But I was really worried that I'd have to give up all the hobbies that I enjoyed when we first were expecting JJ. And really, it's been easier than I was expecting. I've actually still had time to live stream or, you know, watch stuff with Sky on occasion, or like, I still have some time to enjoy some of the things that I like to do, just less time to do those things. Not no time, just less. And that is a-okay. That is the stage of my life that I'm in. And I accept it. I should catch up on more comments. For the last 2 days, I had to pull an all-nighter to finish a 30-minute long rock movie parody. For just for my team to decide at the last moment we'd be changing from Rocky to Shrek. Oh geez, brain pick, that stinks. Solar Flare says I need to work more on my Alamar communism video. Yeah, you've had a couple of movies a couple of videos in the works. And I look forward to seeing those when they're finished. But like myself, you also have plenty of your own obligations, so, you know, it's understandable that it's taking a while. I have $80. I don't know what to spend it on, says Solar Flare. This guy says that for her it would be either spoiling the kids or getting books or clothes. For myself, I've got a few things I want to save up for. Most notably, the analog 3D when that comes out. I have no idea when that's coming out. For anyone who's not familiar, that's the FPGA clone that Analog is making of the Nintendo 64. And I want it. That's one of the things I'm saving up for, even though I don't know how much it's going to cost. I've been telling myself it'll be $400. And I think that's a reasonable estimate, considering the price point of Analog's various other FPGA systems. I don't think that's unreasonable to assume. So there's that. What else? What else? I don't know. Various techie goodies, like an N64 mod kit for using my controller, my N64 controller, Bluetooth on various devices, including the Switch. I want to do that. I'd love to get a battery bank. What else? I want to get better monitors at some point, but, you know, that's not a priority. Same kind of thing with a graphics card. Not a priority. I might even wait until the next generation of graphics cards comes out. What if the Analog 3D isn't good, though, says Aurora? Then my dreams will be crushed and I will be sadness. No, I'll be disappointed if the Analog 3D isn't good. And I have thought about that. Like, if it doesn't live up to the hype. I'll certainly be sad. But, maybe even heartbroken. Because I have been very much looking forward to this thing coming out. Like the NES, Game Boy, SNES, Genesis, like those things are well and good, and I'm glad that there's FPGA versions of those. But emulation does a pretty darn good job with those things. And I find that Nintendo 64 emulation is a lot more hit and miss. And in fairness, I haven't tried emulating N64 games in quite some time. So maybe there's been some significant updates and, you know, improvements since the last time I tried. Like for instance, the last time I tried N64 emulation, Project 64 was considered like the go-to. Now, as far as I understand, it's Mupen 64, which I have not tried yet. But anyway, I would love to have that Analog 64 because the Nintendo 64 was huge in my childhood, and a lot of my go-to games are on that system. And right now, I don't have a fantastic way of playing those games, just in general. The Switch is pretty solid. My Wii U Virtual Console is acceptable in that regard. But boy, wouldn't it be nice to have, like, just a better way to play the games natively, and HDMI, and all that, all those goodies. Coins stuck on the wall, says Rito Chang. I will get them. They will be mine. Welcome to the stream, Rito. How are you? 2-word horror, carpeted toilet. Ugh! Why plush? I'm going to have nightmares now. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Solar Flare says, just came back. Did you read my father comment? The one where you said you got your dad into Breaking Bad? No, I didn't read that aloud, but I did see that. Jeff, is that the unlimited Flutter mod, says Rito Chang. No, this is the base game. That is a thing you can do in the base game. No, a different one. Oh no. Can you repeat it, please? Even clone systems pre-Nintendo 64 have been pretty good since the mid-2000s, and the tech never seemed like we'd advanced past that without emulation, says Aurora. Yeah, I mean, there's been some decent clone consoles, but, you know, FPGA is just something else, man. Like, I guess, like, the big thing with that is it's not emulation. It's like, well, yeah, it's not emulation. It's legit acting like exactly like the console on a hardware. Yeah, kind of hardware. It's firmware. On a firmware level, you're replicating the exact functionality of that system. And that has very little competition. Other than the fact that it's outlandishly expensive. Then how did you flutter so many times, says Rito Chang? Like I said, that's a base mechanic in this game. Like, that's something that you can just do. Yoshi's Crafted World and Yoshi's Woolly World both allow you to infinitely flutter jump. I didn't even get full health. I stink. Solar Flare says, if I accidentally become a father too early, I'm gonna pretend to be excited about it so my parents feel bad if they get mad at me. That's obviously not gonna happen, lol. I'm a man of chastity, but that's a funny strategy, says Solar Flare. Well, there you go. Sky agrees that that's a funny strategy. I'd love a lightning bolt, please. Flip side of the windmill. So now is the time to get the Poochie Pups. Oh boy, I don't know where those 2 red coins are in that tree level. So Sky was just talking about, you know, if anybody wanted her opinion on when to get married and have kids, like she wanted to get, like earlier in life, she wanted to be one of those couples that, you know, met early in life, and got married young, like 18, and then have kids like right away. But that's not how things happened, and she thinks that was actually better. Like, we were at a better point in our lives, when we first got married and had kids. So she doesn't regret that. So, yeah. If you wanted her 2 cents, that's her 2 cents. I don't know if they know how old we were when we got married. I was 24. Sky was 22 when we first got married. She turned 23 a month later. She wanted me to make sure that I said that. And, we had our first kid, 15 months later. Plush says, so Vivian, the ghost girl from Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, is definitively trans. Thoughts? So, yeah, I didn't really want to talk about that. One of the characters in Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. I had heard people, like, talk about that way before the remake was announced. But, like, apparently it was a, oh, what's the word for it? When they block something, censored. It was a censored part of the game that they had cut out for at least, like, the North American release. But they added it back in here for the remake. And, you know, that whole subject ruffles my feathers. It definitely does. But I'm not gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater on this one. I'm still going to be picking up the game. Where is the pink Poochie Pup? So in other words, I'm not super happy about it. But I'm going to grit my teeth and bear it, just like I did with Celeste. Yeah, correct. Well, I mean, nobody did. Like, the creator of the game said that later on, way after the game was released. Japanese release had it, says Solar Flare. Yeah, I'm aware. It was censored for the North American release. Just because that was a sensitive topic, in the United States at the time. Frankly, kind of still is, but way less sensitive now. Yeah. Solar Flare says, I hate that phrase, Jeff. Baby in the bathwater. I don't feel like this is indoctrination or whatever the Daily Wire is gonna say, but it's not gonna have any influence or anything. Like, it'll be fine, says Solar Flare. Yeah, no, it's not like it's furthering a cause or anything. I feel like it's more throwing a bone to, you know, people that are more into that kind of thing. To the, protestations of, you know, many conservatives like myself, but also, like, it's more of, like, an eye-rolly thing for me. It's not something I'm gonna revolt over. Especially since it was, like, in the original game, just Japanese version. Again, it's something I'm not happy about, but, yeah. I'll grit my teeth and bear it. Not gonna share my thoughts, but you know them, Jeff, says Solar Flare. Yes, yes I do. Okay, so I gotta get the Yoshi cookies. Yeah. Luke says, did you see a trend where people posted a picture of, Vivian's transphobic sister, whatever? Someone said that Vivian is not a girl but a boy, says Luke. No. It's not something that I've delved any further into than reading a single article on. Plush says, so basically, fun game is better than tiny disagreeable aspect. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's pretty much how I feel about it. Not something that's worth, boycotting the game over. Would Leonardo be Jeff's main in Nickelodeon kart racing? Says Yoshi Daffy Duck. Almost certainly. Leonardo is probably my favorite character in, you know, just animated TV shows and stuff like that. I know that's pretty high praise, but I, especially growing up, and even still, was and am a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. There's certainly some versions of the show or movies and all that that I'm not a fan of. I feel like that's just the case generally, especially when, oh, how do I, okay. Especially when, like, there's so many different incarnations, there's going to be some stinkers. But overall, Ninja Turtles is one of my favorites. If not my favorite show, just in general. So yeah, I probably would main Leonardo. I know I mained him in TMNT, what was it called? Smash Up or whatever? It was like the Super Smash Bros. Clone featuring the Ninja Turtle characters. Played that one a decent amount and definitely mained Leonardo. Jeff, do you just like green guys? Says Aurora. I mean, that's a possibility, Aurora. It's a real potential possibility. What with me liking both Yoshi and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I will not say that that's not the case. Alright, I gotta focus for the rest of this level, but I will get to some comments afterwards. Okay, there's one more Yoshi cookie, and I'm not sure. I feel like it must be later in the level. I feel like it must be. Getting close to the end here. I'm not seeing it. It's like there's so much of the level left. And yet... Inai. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. I've got... Oh, I don't have time. I'll have to look again. Let's try this again. Beck was helping out with my brother with something, says Brainpick. There you go, nice. Solar Flare says, me and my bro talked about this because me and him differ very much on the political spectrum. I'm surprised we don't hate each other. Lol. Yeah, I can't imagine that. Like, I can't imagine being, like, polar opposites with pretty much anyone who's close to me in real life. Not something I... It's like, it's one of those things where if you're not super close to someone, at least for me, like, if I'm not super close to someone, I'm certainly in the camp of, you know, let's just agree to disagree, and we can still be civil about it. But if it's someone, like, close to me that... Like, that close to me in real life, like, significant other, Sky, and... Like, yeah, for me, Sky, like, I'm very glad that we very closely align. My family. Like, yeah, I'm not a person that could deal with that. Okay, we're surprisingly close, lol. Like, we hang out each day in our basement, says Solar Flare. Yeah, and good on you. Even with your differences, that's good that you can still do that. I envy that, to be honest with you. Jeff, code red! Code red? Like the Mountain Dew? Okay, so I got that one already. I don't need to get it again. I may as well grab the Poochie Pup here. Where is the Yoshi cookie? I really need to keep a lookout for it. Also, these macarons look like, well, they don't look delectable. They're made of cardboard. But, they make me think of real macarons and how much I want them. Like I said earlier, I've been watching some YouTube videos on macarons lately, and I'm like, I want to try making them. Especially after watching Adam Ragusia's recipe, where he's just like, you know, that's one of the easiest things that you can make if you don't have, like, your expectations as to they're going to turn out like perfect factory manufactured macarons. Like, if you drop all of those expectations of it's got to be like a perfect end product, then they're relatively easy to make. They're just meringue cookies, essentially, sandwiched together with some sort of filling. Not that difficult of a concept, but if you want them to be like these perfect things with like the oh, I feel like they're called like macaron feet, like the little puffies at the bottom of the cookies. Like, if you don't have that sort of expectation, or that they're going to be perfect domes with absolutely no like cracks or craggles or any of that, like, if you don't go into it with that sort of expectation, they're very easy to make. But I'd like to try it at some point. I haven't had many macarons in my life, but I kind of want to change that, because I had one or two recently at like a church get-together, and they were just like pre-packaged ones that, you know, you get from a department store. But they were really good. I really enjoyed them, so I'd like to try making them at some point. How be it that I am still missing this Yoshi cookie. How be it. I swear. Oh. I had a feeling it was gonna be something dumb like that. Alright. Let's catch up on some comments. Plush says, it's like my philosopher brother said. Quote, everyone sees the world a little differently, but love can build bridges over canyons. That's a great quote, and I find that, especially for me, it works, but not quite as much with the people who are the closest to me. I don't know. Just one pink squirrel. Like I said, it's kind of just a me thing. I can't really deal with it super well if, like, someone close to me is opposite end of the spectrum on political or religious views. Call it a character flaw, if you will. I might even agree with that, but it's just a lot harder for me. Like, you know how the going wisdom and advice that people would give is, if you want to get along with people, don't talk about these 3 things. religion, politics, and sports. That's tough. Like, I'm sure that's tough for many people, and it's definitely tough for me. Like, if something is near and dear to my heart, there's not much that I can do to, like, not talk about it, you know? And if I want to be close with the people in my life who are close, if I want to maintain that closeness, very difficult for me to do if we're not at least moderately aligned. Like I said, I envy those of you who can. I just cannot. I've had more heated arguments about sports than politics with my bro. Lol, it's a solar flare. Well, sports was one of those 3 things. Yeah, like I said, the going wisdom is if you want to get along with people, don't talk about politics, religion, or sports. I feel like that might particularly apply in like a work environment, but it might just be general quote-unquote wisdom. I don't know if you even want to call it wisdom, but yeah. Like I said, if something is very important to me, it's hard for me to keep my mouth shut. I thought it was religion, politics, or the Great Pumpkin, says Plush. I don't think so. Yeah. That's a great quote from an older brother. Best my brother can come up with is, "Hey, I think it wants a hug." Yeah. My brother pointing at a coyote running rapidly at it until it spots him. That's pretty fantastic. Not a very wise quote, but memorable. I think it wants a hug. Man, it's so hard for me to focus on trying to find the souvenirs. Partially because I don't want to look for them. Ah, I thought I'd missed you, Poochie Pop. I thought I missed you! This is a 4-minute level. 3 minutes, 30 seconds! What am I even looking for? The pink squirrel, okay. That's close, that's like a wooden squirrel, and I can't hit it with an egg anyway. Gotta keep an eye out here. Obviously. Oh, well, there's the pink Poochie Pup. Well, at least there's that. Was there a hint? You'll see her while up in a tree. She was quite sophisticated. No, that doesn't help me, like, literally at all. While up in a tree. I feel like I must have missed it. So, we're going to have to play this again. That's fine. That's fine. I got the Poochie Pops. At least I did something productive. A lot of my favorite characters are birds. Donald Duck, Daffy Duck, Foghorn Leghorn, Woody Woodpecker, Tweety Birds are dinosaurs, so I guess Yoshi counts. Says Yoshi Daffy Duck. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Solar Flare says, I'm happy I go to Catholic school because I would hate having to talk religion with members of other ones. Yeah, fair. Just a way to ruin a friendship, absolutely. Especially if it's something that you're, like, passionate about. Yeah. Jeff, what's the evolutionary purpose of Yoshi's being different colors? Oh, I don't know. What's the purpose of many things that Yoshi does? What's the point of that vestigial shell on his back, for example? Why are Yoshis born with shoes? There's many questions you could ask, and we're gonna ask about the color. What's generally the purpose for, you know, different animals being different colors? I feel like it normally has to do with... There's often the whole blending into the environment sort of things. Like, you know how polar bears are all white because generally they live in snowy landscapes. They kind of blend in with their surroundings better. Kind of the same thing for grizzly bears. They're around trees a lot. Then you've got like the obvious cases like chameleons where they can literally change their color just so that predators won't see them. I'd imagine something similar could be true for Yoshi, though they're very bright and vibrant colors. If Yoshis are a traditionally mating sort of animal, you could see it as being meant for attracting a mate. You know, those standard reasons why different animals have different colors. Like how cardinals, for example, are a very brilliant color of red, and that very much attracts the female cardinals. I guess that's the best that I can come up with. Either it somehow helps them in their environments, for Yoshi's Island is very colorful, full of many different colors. I'm sure that even the bright, vibrant Yoshi colors could find a place to blend in somewhere. Or it's for mating. Alright, well, explain purple then. There's purplish mountains in Yoshi's Island. But yeah, that's pretty much the best I got, Aurora. That's pretty much the best I got. I'm tired, gonna head out for now. See ya, Solar Flare. See ya, Solar Flare. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good week. Congratulations on getting through middle school, and good luck on your future high school endeavors. And I hope to see you next week. Am I even looking for the squirrel at this point? I feel like I'm just like thinking and talking a whole bunch, which is generally good for a streamer to do. While up in the tree. I feel like I really need to retry. Hey, Jeff, says Robert. Hey, Robert. Welcome to the stream, dude. Hey, welcome to part 5 of the Yoshi's Crafted World retrospective sort of stream series. I called it Revisiting Yoshi's Crafted World. Welcome to it anyway. How are you doing? Didn't you just walk by the squirrel? I walked by a squirrel. This one's a little confusing for me. If it wasn't like bright pink, then it wasn't the one I'm looking for. Like the one that I'm looking for is very pink. I walked by one that was like a wooden carve out of a squirrel, I think. But like I said, I've been deep in thought on various different topics. I will try to pay better attention this time. Ah! Forgot that moves. Why did I forget that moves? Oh, didn't realize I could kill these guys. Good to know. While up in the tree, I feel like that just means that it's in this level, which doesn't particularly help. What's up, guys? I'm back. Welcome back, tryhard gamer gal. I shall continue to call you Plush. Robert says, I've been good, but busy. Yeah, I hear that. Pretty much the same for me. It's good to keep busy, though. What's the time fly by? Squirrels live in trees? Says Aurora. Imagine that. I feel like it's not something that I would need some advanced skill like the... Okay, yeah. Like the egg jump to try and find. Like, it's gotta be something that I can find fairly easily. Well, not easily, but like, it should be fairly accessible. I try hard to game and gal. Says try hard gamer gal. Then that is definitely, that definitely makes sense for your name. Man. Where is the squirrel? Owies. Like I saw this one earlier, but I can't get that. Jasper says, hey, anybody want to help me? Depends, Jasper. What with? Welcome to the stream either way, though. Cornflakes! Says tryhard. Cornflakes. Not a huge fan of cornflakes. They're a little bland for my taste. Though I'm a big fan of very sugary cereals, so Frosted Flakes is one of my go-tos. Which is basically just cornflakes embedded with sugar. No, but think about the implications. I try hard to game and gal. I try hard to gal. I am a gal. Why would I need to try hard? I don't know. You try hard to do the stereotypical things that are associated with galhood? You could make sense of it. Robert says, did you get Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door? I haven't yet. I am planning on it. I will be buying it. But I will not be playing it until I'm ready for the live stream anyway. So that's gonna be after Yoshi's Crafted World. I'll buy it closer to that time. Jasper says, I am trying to get attention of Nintendo to make Mario Maker 3, and I'm going to streams and asking in the chat to spread the word, says Jasper. I would love to help with that sort of endeavor, but keep in mind, Nintendo does not accept solicitation, which just basically means giving them your ideas. I remember wanting to suggest to Nintendo that they make keep in mind I was young at the time. I wanted Nintendo to make a Mario and Luigi type RPG game featuring Yoshi as the main protagonist. I even thought of some neat moves that you could use in turn-based combat as Yoshi. And I even kind of thought of a story. Like, I came up with the idea of, like, Mario and Luigi were kidnapped. Princess Peach and the rest of the Mushroom Kingdom were discussing what they should do to get him back, or to, you know, offset whatever terrible thing was happening at the time. And Yoshi walks into the meeting and says that he wants to help. And they kind of just all laugh at him, like they laugh him out of the room. And feeling dejected and not quite betrayed, but at least very sad, he is now determined to make a name for himself and save Mario and Luigi by himself. And then progresses through the main game. That was my childish idea for a Yoshi game, a Yoshi RPG game. Mostly just because I liked Yoshi and I liked Mario and Luigi RPG games. However, I went to Nintendo's website to offer that idea, and I started to go ahead and type away my description for the game, and then I read at the top of the page. I should have done this first, but I read it at the top of the page. Nintendo does not accept solicitation, and I'm like, what does that mean? So I googled it, and it basically just means that we don't want your ideas. So, just like Yoshi in my game idea, I felt dejected. I felt that my ideas didn't matter, so I gave up on them. Not exactly the answer I'm sure you wanted to hear, but it's unfortunately the realist in me. I'm sorry, but if Nintendo wants to make Mario Maker 3, or if they don't, it's not really up to us to suggest that to them. I know, says Jasper. Cool game idea, though. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of a cool idea. Like I said, I even thought of moves that Yoshi would do in combat. Like, obviously you have, like, his egg throw. Like, maybe you could, you know, maybe you could, swallow a low-level enemy in the group, like a Goomba or a Shy Guy or something, and make an egg with him, and hold it for at least one turn, in order to use it. I thought of, like, a tongue lash, where, like, he grabs the enemy with his tongue, and instead of eating him, flings him around, and smacks him into the other enemies, dealing a decent amount of damage. Like, I thought about that kind of stuff. I thought that would be cool, but RPGs are not exactly a very Yoshi-suitable gameplay style. Not to say that it couldn't work to some extent, but I don't think it would have a lot of appeal. I think Yoshi's probably better staying in his puzzle games and platform games, just in general. Still, I was pretty proud of some of those ideas. I I thought that it would be cool. But, again, not realistic for Nintendo to make, and they don't accept solicitation anyway. Tryhard Gamer Gal says, one time I was bored on the soccer field at my school. We were going outside because we had nothing else to do. And I saw a dragonfly and chased it because that was way more fun than people watching. Yeah, agreed. I'm just randomly remembering that one Nintendo parody account that made a Pride Month post featuring art of Mario and Luigi kissing. It was so crazy that parody got taken down. Says Tryhard Gamer Gal. I'm not surprised. I'm glad about that. That's wrong on, well, especially to me, multiple levels, but for the vast majority of people, at least one level. Aurora says, I have an idea for a Yoshi game. He saves Mario and then players promptly forget about him. His name isn't even in the title of the game. Oh. That is an idea that does not feel too out of reach. Ouch. Ouch. 96% overall completion in crosscode, says Robert. Man, that is dedication, my friend. That's awesome. And you're still enjoying it, right? Jasper says, companies are just kind of rude now, to be honest, and I love that attack with the tongue. Yeah, boy. I really would love to see that turn into a game at some point, but again, it's just not realistic. It really, like I said, it really just came out of a love and passion for both the Mario and Luigi RPG series and Yoshi as a character. As a kid, and even to some extent still now, I would enjoy seeing a blend of the two. Like, I always got super happy when I saw Yoshi in the Mario and Luigi games. He's in pretty much all of them, except for Bowser's Inside Story, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and Paper Jam, I don't know, because I didn't play Paper Jam. Does anybody know if Yoshi was in Mario and Luigi Paper Jam? I have an idea for a Yoshi game. Yoshi's Cuisine Country. A game where everything is food, says Tryhard Gamer Gal. Isn't that just Yoshi's story? Oh yes, I'm still enjoying crosscode and still can't get enough of it, says Robert. I'm really glad to hear that. So happy to hear that it was a good fit for you. I was enjoying it too, but I dropped out of it pretty quick. He was in Paper Jam because he appeared in the Paper Jam badges. It says Tryhard Gamer Gal. I don't know what that means, but at least there's Yoshi. I don't think Bowser's Inside Story even had a mention of Yoshi. No, the environment is made out of edible material, says Tryhard Gamer Gal. That almost sounds like it would be something like Axiom Verge, where like the entire environment is destructible. Although Axiom Verge is a Metroidvania, and Yoshi is certainly far from anything like that. Nintendo Badge Arcade. I don't have any idea what that is. Again, I didn't play Paper Jam, so that doesn't help. But he's in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga at the Yoshi Theater. He's in Partners in Time at Yoshi's Island. That occupied an entire section of the game with Yube, the Shroob Yoshi monster. He was in Dream Team, though I don't think he was quite as involved in that one. I do remember seeing him in like a port town or something. And apparently, I guess he's in Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Again, I haven't played it, so cannot confirm myself, but I trust Plush. I love Yoshi in Paper Mario 64. I especially love the fat Yoshi village leader. So chunky, says Vacuum Blank. Understandable. I have not played Paper Mario 64, though I would endeavor to try. Welcome to the stream also, Vacuum Blink. You've never played the free-to-play Nintendo Badge Arcade? Your 3DS is badgeless? Yes. I thought you were talking about something in Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Jasper says, anyways, I'm making video games when I'm older, so I will make a fan game. Also, thanks for the feedback. I'm subbing and goodbye and have a good night. Thanks, Jasper. I'm glad that you got some value out of my comments, though it may not be what you wanted to hear. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we'll see you again. I should be on the lookout for mushrooms and coins, and also on the lookout for not taking damage. That would probably be beneficial to me completing this game. It's kind of one of the main things. I still have no idea where I'm missing 2 coins, but I've missed them every time I've replayed this level. Indeed. Is the badge challenge... Oh, my dad says, don't stay up too late. My poor dad. Oh, man. Dude, there's no way we're getting to the yellow gem at this point. Absolutely no way. Like, here I had these grand aspirations of, hey, there are 3 worlds. Maybe I could get to the yellow gem before the end of the stream. That's a funny joke, Jeff. You've gotten better at telling jokes. Wait, you weren't trying to joke? You weren't trying to kid? Indeed, no, I was serious. Now that's funny. No, I'm still stuck on World 1. Well, not World 1, like this, the first world in this section of worlds. And it's an hour and a half into this stream. And I'm not even close. Not even close might be a stretch. There's the mushroom. But I shall keep playing because I want to try and find the red coins. Kind of a stretch, but what happens if I like get up here without taking the rope? Probably nothing. Oh, what's this? No, I got that before. Whee! You know what? Maybe I should check under here to see if anything else opened up. That does not appear to be the case. Please play Paper Mario 64. The Lava Lava Island is Yoshi themed and it's so adorable. The Yoshi kids run away from and their parents freak out, so you have to find them. That sounds adorable, Vacuum Blink. Now I want to play Paper Mario 64 even more. I shall absolutely do that at some point. Whether it be in my free time or on live stream at some point, I guess I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. At least if I stream it, then I'll be obligated to play it every week. And not necessarily obligated to beat it, but much more likely to. That's a good idea. Maybe I should stream that. At some point. Ugh! Oh yeah, the 1,000-Year Door has nameable Yoshi Kid. I want to name him Gun Sales. Like Gonzales. Whatever happened to It's Funny Because It's True? Says Tryhard Gamer Gal. What? I thought I had full health. What am I doing wrong? I shall continue with the souvenirs, and then I will focus on that level again. Chapter 5 is one big Yoshi's Island reference from beginning to end, says Aurora. That sounds splendid. King of Donuts? I didn't know I was in this game. Gun Sales is taken directly from Google Translate, the 1,000-Year Door. Lol. Oh. Oh. It is nice that Paper Mario 64 is on the NSO. Obviously, it's the higher tier for like the $50 a year. $80 a year if you split it with family members, which is what I'm doing. I'm splitting the NSO membership with, well, Sky and I absolutely use it, but my sister also uses it. If we could get more people on the account, then that would probably be even better. Like, someday we'll add JJ to it. Just not yet. He's too young for online gaming right now. Where is this King of Donuts? Point is, I have the N64 NSO tier. So I could absolutely play that game at any time. I see a donut, but I don't see a crown. Therefore, he is not the King of Donuts. When will Smash 64 be on NSO? Says Plush. I don't know. I feel like that's not a guarantee that it ever will, but, you know, it's not unreasonable. Oh dear. Oh, don't tell me I'm already getting tired. I guess that's what's staying up until 12:30 and then, or 1 o'clock, and then waking up at 6:30, 7? It was closer to 7, I guess. There's the King of Donuts! Yes! That does look like a King of Donuts. I wish I had family to share it with, says Vacuum Blank. It doesn't necessarily need to be family. Like, there's people that have gotten, like, a number of their friends together to split up the cost of NSO. Like, it doesn't have to be a family. Like, I think Arlo said that he split the NSO app. Whoa. I think Arlo said that he split up the NSO costs with 7 of his buddies. I don't personally have 7 friends who have Nintendo Switches. But, you know, if you do, there you go. It'll be like $12 a year for the higher paid tier of the NSO. I wish I had friends, says Vacuum Blank. Well, I'm afraid I can't help you with that one. Who like video games? Says Vacuum Blank. Okay, there you go. I wish I had friends who like video games. Yeah. I have one pretty close friend who has a Switch. I wonder if he is on a family plan with his friends, possibly. I don't know. I'll probably just stick to what I'm doing. It seems to work. Is there a ceiling here? There is. Okay. Let's get us some red eggs. Oh, well, I got a blue egg. That's pretty good too, I guess. But I don't want to use it while I've got 3 red eggs on me. Also, if anyone is unfamiliar with that trick that I just did, I'd be surprised because I talk about it a lot. But anyway, if you aren't familiar with what I just did, I just used the egg ricochets to get eggs that... Why did I do that? Okay, I know why I did it. It's because I wanted more health. But I used the egg bouncing trick and reclaimed those eggs once they rebounded to get bonuses. Like 3 hearts from an enemy after you've struck him with the egg. Or the 3 extra eggs from the blue eggs. You and 5 friends or family members can share games on Steam for free, says Aurora. That is awesome. I think I have heard of that, but I haven't done that. I had this YouTube idea, this YouTube channel idea to do with my one friend, that same Henry guy I was telling you about. I had an idea with him that he has like 300 and some odd number of Steam games. Might even be closer to 400 at this point. I don't know. But he has a lot of Steam games. And we thought what would be fun is making a channel entirely dedicated to clearing out that backlog. Like playing every single game. Not necessarily beating, but at least playing every single game in his Steam backlog. And that was a fun idea. We never went forward with that or anything, but it was a fun idea. Also, I'm surprised that there's not a souvenir side quest for the blue birds in this area. Also, I would bet that these red coins are probably hidden in some invisible item cloud that I have not found yet. And if they are, I'll be muchly saddened. Miyamoto is Bowser Jr.'s mother. Thoughts? Says Tryhard Gamer Gal. Doubtful. Press X to doubt. That's pretty much it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. No. Well, we've got a lot of blue eggs. There we go. That's a pretty solid trick that you can use to reclaim health in pretty much any Yoshi game. Alright, no. About half of the Yoshi games you can do that trick in. You cannot do it in Yoshi's Story, Yoshi's Woolly World, or Yoshi Topsy-Turvy. Topsy-Turvy because you don't get Yoshi eggs. Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Story because while you can technically ricochet eggs in both of those games, yes, even Yoshi's Story, they don't give you the extra bonuses from ricocheting them and hitting something with them. Bowser and Baby Bowser are the same person. You've been spoiled. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Is there anyone who actually gets confused about that? The distinction between Baby Bowser and Bowser Jr.? I feel like that's a pretty easy distinction to make. Baby Bowser is the Bowser as a baby that shows up in primarily the Yoshi games. But also games like Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. And that's pretty much it. Bowser Jr. is Bowser's son who appears in games like Mario Sunshine. Or Mario Galaxy. Or Mario Bros. Wonder. And so on and so forth. Typically characterized with a bib that has teeth on it that he often uses as like a mask. But the two do look very, very similar. I guess in that case, like, I'm still confused as to whether the Bowser character, is this it? No. The Bowser, like, whether or not the Bowser character in this game is Bowser Jr. or Baby Bowser. I'm inclined to think Baby Bowser, but I'm not sure. Miyamoto said it himself. He is the mother of Bowser Jr. I don't even want to think about the logistics of that, says Tryhard Gamer Gal. That's silly. He was probably joking. Robert says, oh yeah, I had oysters for the first time this week. Oh, and what did you think of them? Oysters, I don't know that I've ever had those. He's actually Bowser the Third, says Aurora. Ah, it's all coming together. He is Baby Bowser in this game because he has no bib, which has become the defining trait of Bowser Jr. of Baby Bowser over the years. Says Tryhard Gamer Gal. You're probably right. Probably. Am I still missing it? It seems that way. What could I possibly be missing at this point? I mean, it's still worth it for me to clear the level on this go around. Just because I think I have full health? I do. But for the life of me, I don't know what I'm missing. Hello, Jeff, says Heloy. Hello, Heloy. Welcome to the stream. Hey, you showing up actually reminded me. I don't think I drank water yet this stream. Imagine a grown-up Bowser Jr., in other words, King Bowser II. That's an interesting idea. I think someone else has like brought up that idea before. But yeah, that's an interesting idea. Imagine seeing like an adolescent baby, Bowser Jr. Drink water then, you need to stay hydrated, says Heloy. You're right. Robert says oysters are chewy and salty. Is that something that you enjoyed? Chewy and salty. Dang, my freshman year was good, says Heloy. Yeah? Is it over now? It sounds like you enjoyed it. And I'm glad that you did. Through all the trials and tribulations you Texans have to go through. You still had a good high school year. I'm glad to hear that. Not yet. Okay. Yeah, Solar Flare was just saying that he just finished up 8th grade, so I didn't know if like your school was one of those that graduates in May. We always graduated like, or we always finished up our school year like midway to like late June. Stupid school schedule makes us go 1 full day and 2 half days next week. 2 half days? That's silly. I wonder what the purpose is for that. I'm so confused. I swear I've seen everything that this level has to offer. What in the world am I missing? Or am I just going through the motions? Going back through and just checking the things I've already seen multiple times? Is this it? No. Has Bowser Jr. ever been associated with Kamek? Says Aurora. I don't know that he has. I don't know that he has. I feel like no. I mean, he certainly appeared in the same game as Kamek on at least 1 or 2 occasions. I know he did in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Other than that, though, I don't think so. Huh. That's interesting, Aurora. Now that you mention it. It was pretty good, but not my favorite, says Robert. Well, at least you found something else that you enjoyed. Food-wise. Tryhard says, my youngest brother headcanons adult Bowser Jr. being an absolute prodigy in the realms of inventing, and honestly, I love that idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Heloy says, it's so dumb. Class starts at 8:45 and ends at 1:15. Oops. It literally only takes off 3 hours of school time. Then that's like a 2/3 of a day. That's not even a half day. Also, Rip Koopa Kid, aka Bowser Jr. before Bowser Jr. He got replaced by Bowser Jr. Yeah, that checks out. Well, it was a long shot, but worth a shot. Anyways, Jeff, how has your week been, says Heloy. It's been tiring. I've driven a grand total of like 500 or 600 miles this week. I had a lot of stuff to do for work. But it was a good week too. I had an overnight trip for work last night. I stayed in a hotel. Because I had to work at this one place far away from my home 2 days in a row. So it worked out that way. I still have no idea what I'm missing. What could I possibly be missing? Is this one of those cases where I'll need to go into mellow mode? Which I've never done in Yoshi's Crafted World aside from playing with JJ. And I feel that doesn't particularly count. Especially considering I wasn't just I wasn't playing the game to 100% complete it with him. What am I missing? How was your week, Eloy? Oh, nothing there. I don't want this to take the whole stream. Is it going to? Ow. You could just, you could do it just to show what it looks like. You know, Aurora, that's a good point. I could do that. I could do that. Will my pride allow me to do that? If I don't find it on this go-around, then I will. I got like 7 awards, says he. Like, nice! That's awesome, well done. I'm trying to see if there's like any invisible clouds in front of these holes in the tree. Because I feel like that's what it's got to be at this point, just a hidden cloud that I have not found yet. Don't feel like it's a present. Especially not at this point. Mellow mode? Nah, you gotta play yellow mode! Mellow yellow? I appreciate that reference. Anytime that mellow yellow, especially cherry flavor, is an option, that's what I go with for soda. Like, I went to Moe's this week. Moe's Southwest Grill? I think it's called Southwest Grill. I went there this week, and they usually have those soda machines where you select the soda you want on a touchscreen, and it's like got dozens of flavors. And mellow yellow cherry flavor is always my go-to. Always, consistently. This might be it. Well, I found it. Best Pop-Tart flavor? Cookies and cream. My favorite is cookies and cream. Close second is double chocolate. But those are my go-to Pop-Tart flavors. Honorable mention goes to off-brand strawberry Pop-Tarts. I kind of wish YouTube had clips for, like, Twitch just for that moment, says Aurora. I mean, YouTube has clips. There's a clip feature for this here live stream. You can clip it. And if enough people watch it, if enough people watch your clip, then it will show up on my YouTube channel page. So yeah, you can clip that if you want. My favorite is brown sugar cinnamon, says Tryhard Gamer Gal. I feel like that's a pretty popular choice. I like it, but it's not my favorite. I think it's PC only, says Heloy. No, it's not. You can do it on your phone too. I've collected all. I've collected all. I'm also gonna collect all of these. I don't want to know what that means, Tryhard Gamer Gal. 7 awards. 4 for orchestra, 1 for perfect attendance, and 2 for magna cum laude. 94 to 96 GPA. That's stellar, Heloy. Nice. Well done. I graduated with my associate's degree from, I went to a 2-year school, and then I transferred to a 4-year school. So the 2-year school, I graduated magna cum laude. There's one single class that I did not get an A in that 2 years I was there, and it was a history class for a general education requirement. I got a B in that class. Jeff, wear blue coffee creamer. I would rather not. I don't want to look like an absolute dingus. Okie doke. I did not plan on this section of levels taking 2 hours. But I did it. Alright. Moving on. This might not take quite as long. Oh, I got wiped out if only I had 10 smiley flowers. How about the 288? I have 288. Now 78. 278. That's a lot. There's the dryer. Thanks, that really puts a spring in my step. Jeff, I might visit New York City, says Heli. Nice. Any particular reason? There are 3 levels in this area. Oh boy. We're not gonna get through all of this tonight. Oh boy. Welcome back, tryhard gamer gal. Spin wheel shuffle. I remember liking this level. These levels have been pretty difficult to find everything on. Though, in fairness, that last one was just completely dumb. Playing at Carnage Hall for orchestra. Oh, fun. That'll be fun. I've been to New York City once. Only once. It was for like my, it was for like a field trip. It was for, I don't know why I took this, this whole extracurricular activity in high school, but I did. I was part of the Future Farmers of America in my school. And, like I said, I don't know why. I was not interested in agriculture. I think what it was, I really liked the teacher who was heading it up. I even took all 4 of the classes that he offered. Most of them dealing with, like, stuff in shops and, like, getting your... He liked to call it getting grungy. He did, like, shop classes, like, with welding and, you know, blow torches and, you know, woodworking and that sort of thing. He also, offered classes for agriculture. And like I said, I wasn't at all interested in agriculture. So I guess that just goes to show that I really liked that teacher. And I tried hard. We actually ended up going to nationals for the FFA competition. But yeah, for an FFA trip we went to New York City, and I'm not exactly sure why. It kind of seems like you know, mismatch of interests, but we did go there, and it was fun. We saw the sights. Give me those blue eggs. There, all clipped, says Aurora. Also, if you want, Aurora, you can share that clip in the Discord server. I forget. Oh yeah, it's a dedicated text channel where like it's named TYF Clips. That's where we share our favorite clips. Ag your culture! I already did, says Aurora. Sweet. I can't wait to watch that later. Raphael the Raven! Indeed, Raphael the Raven has made a glorious reappearance. I'm gonna go to your house, says Heloy. My house is not in New York City, Heloy. Also, if I was living in New York City, I would not own a house. I would definitely not own a house. I would be in a very much overpriced apartment. Yeah, New York City is in New York. You'll just walk there. Yeah, best of luck with that. You think Jeff is rich enough to own a house in New York City? Says Aurora. I'm barely rich enough to afford a house not in New York City. I'm not even rich enough to own an apartment or to rent an apartment in New York City. Like, that's ridiculous. Oh no! Yes! I somehow managed to not screw it up too much. Jeff, you missed my farmer comment. It's a canon event. You gotta be a farmer. Says Tryhard Gamer Gal. I refuse. I don't have what it takes to be a farmer. Much respect to those people, by the way. Holy cow, they work hard. Oh, man. I didn't need it. I didn't need that. That said, I definitely enjoyed the classes he offered. I learned how to weld. I enjoyed welding. Especially enjoyed, you know, using a blowtorch. My dad still uses the coat rack that I made him. It had like a wooden sort of, you know, deer head on it. Like, you know how sometimes, especially in hunting households, they'll put like a deer head on a wall or like around some kind of furniture. We made like a wooden coat rack that had a wooden deer head on it, and that was awesome. I have a vegetable garden. It's fun, says Aurora. Yeah, I've thought about at least doing like a spice garden. Like, you know, the various different spices or, you know, greens that I use on a regular basis, like parsley or rosemary or things like that. I've thought about doing like an indoor vegetable garden or spice garden. Never have gotten around to it though. Is there anything up here further? Yes, indeed there is. Got everything. Nice. Jeff's live stream is the only live stream where someone is just playing a game and everyone just talks about stuff not involving the current game, says Eloy. Yes! Yes, that is true. That's the kind of content I like doing. I mean, I've talked about this game extensively before. You pretty much already know my thoughts. But I will continue to talk about it extensively for those of you who maybe don't. Good night and have a good week, says Robert. Robert, you the same. I'm hoping that you are able to 100% complete Crosscode this week. And I hope that you continue to enjoy your time with that game. I hope you have a good week. I hope to see you next time. Take care, Robert. Jeff, I went to the zoo yesterday for a school field trip. That sounds like fun, Heloy. I was gonna say words, but I forgot which words exactly, says Tryhard Gamer Gal. I know how that goes. Ooh, first scary level with zombie shy guys. Oh, also this little tidbit, Yoshi being super scared. That's just plain adorable. Excuse me. Ah, I found a thing. Guess what? It was important. I'm watching a friend of mine in real life stream Sonic Generations. Ooh, nice. Nice, Blues Cat. Hey, if he's still streaming, maybe we raid him later. I don't know if we could actually, like, I guess I could post a link in the YouTube chat. We saw monkeys doing, you know what, says Heloy. Oh my goodness. Throwing poop? Oh wait, I remember! There's an idea I had relating to an even bigger idea I had. Basically I'm making a villain, right? And he has a redemption arc, right? So I was thinking at some point, says Tryhard, continuing in a future comment, I assume. Okay. And there is a secret. And it was red coins. Don't you love that? Also, noteworthy. I've said this before. I think I even said it in my Woolly World versus Crafted World video. But here it is again, just in case you forgot. Yoshi's Crafted World, unlike Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Island, does not feature assistive items. Now, I kind of made it sound like not a big deal. I kind of made it sound like not a big deal in the video. I kind of regret having done that because there's one badge in particular that would have made this game a lot more bearable. And that is a badge that reveals hidden secrets. Technically, that kind of exists in the mellow mode. But for those of us who don't want to play mellow mode, those of us who have too much pride, you're kind of on your own. And some of the secrets, just like in Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's New Island, some of the secrets are complete BS. Just complete BS. So, I'm of the mind that the assistive badges would have been a worthy addition to Yoshi's Crafted World. Like, even just some quality of life stuff. Owies. I don't know. Like, the badges in Yoshi's Woolly World were great. Yoshi's Island, also great. I do have my issues with Yoshi's Woolly World's implementation over Yoshi's Island, though. Like the fact that the Discover Hidden Secrets badge doesn't show up until like World 4 or 5. And there are several instances before World 4 and 5 where that would have come in handy. But Yoshi's Crafted World doesn't have that at all. So, yeah, not a huge fan of that fact. And at some point, he sings his villain song, but after his redemption, he sings a reprise of his villain song, where the evil stuff is replaced with good guy stuff. I don't think I've seen that in the media, but I think it would be a really cool idea. I've got a fun little example for you, Plush, on exactly that. And it's in VeggieTales of all things. Crud. No. Okay, I have to restart the... I don't have to restart the level. I'm not restarting the level for that. I mean, I have to play it again to find the souvenirs. I'm not replaying the whole level just for that. Anyway, I have a fun little example for you, Plush. VeggieTales. I forget what the actual episode was, or what the actual name of it is, but it's the one with, Bob, the Tomato, Junior Asparagus, and Larry the Cucumber acting as, Rack, Shack, and Abednego, and Benny. That's, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego from the whole, that whole, biblical story of them not bowing down to the king and being thrown in the furnace, but not burning. That episode of VeggieTales, where, Nebuchadnezzar sings the bunny song. The bunny, whoa, I love the bunny. Like that sort of thing. I don't remember the whole song. But that song actually has an alternate version where he's singing about how he ate the bunny and now he feels sick to his stomach because he didn't eat his good food. The bunny, whoa, I ate the bunny. I didn't eat my soup or my bread, just the bunny. The bunny, whoa, I ate the bunny. And now I feel sick in the head from the bunny. I didn't eat my salad, I didn't eat my steak. I ate too much candy and got a tummy ache. So, there you go. There's a pretty silly version of the kind of idea you're going for. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the bunny song. Yeah, the bunny song, though, that's a great example. Yes, I know. VeggieTales was my special interest for years. I actually remember the alternate version of the bunny song more than I remember the actual version of the bunny song. Oh. I don't want no pickles, I don't want no honey, I just want a plate and a fork and a bunny. I don't want to play on a day that is sunny, I just want a plate and a fork and a bunny. Queso lyrics. Everything, whoa, I ate everything. Poor Queso can't catch a break, dude. Hello! Oh my goodness. Blues Cat says, I could share the link via Discord. He's still streaming now. But I do not know which channel to post it to. I would say post it in self promo channel. Though I know it's technically not your self promotion. I feel like that still works. I shouted out Solar Flare's video in the self promo channel. So yeah, if you want to share it, you can share it there. Queso would play Marshmallow. There are actually 3 different versions of the song. The original one where he says, I don't love my mom or my dad, the good guy version, and a censored evil version. What? What's the censored evil version? If the original version has, I don't love my mom or my dad, just the bunny. Oh yeah, Jeff, he got his own skin in a game yesterday, says Heli. Is it Fall Guys? It better be Fall Guys. I say. I mean, I know what they want me to do, and I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, can't make that happen. Can't make that happen, Captain. Like, where'd he go? Where did he go? Okay, I know what I have to do here. I know what I have to do. No, I forget how it's called though, says Heli. Oh, sad face. It should have been Fall Guys. Come here, bro. Ba-ding. Oh, I forgot to tell Solar Flare about something funny that happened the other day. He's not here now, but maybe I'll bring it up just because I thought it was funny. Hang on. The censored evil version is actually a censored version of the original, whereas I don't love my soup or my bread, just the bunny. Oh, okay, gotcha. Basically, in re-releases, they censored the song a 3rd time. It's called Rumble Club, says Heli. Ah, I have no idea what that is. Not even a smidgen of a clue. How am I doing? Okay, I am 1 red coin away. Okay. I missed 1 single. Oh no! It was there! It was a present! Me neither. I didn't even know it existed, says Heli. Wait, was it a present at the very end? Was that what I missed? I don't know. I'll find it later. You should live stream it one day. It's free, says Heli. No guarantees that I would even like a game like that game. I don't even know what it's like. I'd never heard of it. Hoop, jump, hop. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh boy. I'm losing steam, guys. I'm losing steam. Okay. I forget what exactly the gimmick is with this level. I know that I'm supposed to get like all these hoops. Well, not all the hoops. But I need to get like at least most of them. Maybe it is all of them now that I think of it. And if I run out of time, well then it's over. I don't win. As if that wasn't obvious. I feel like this, that, like the time clocks actually refill it all the way back up to 30 seconds. So even if you're like on the cusp of losing, like I just was, you still get to go back up to 30 seconds if you touch that time clock. So yay, it's very generous. Okay, good enough. I bet that those aren't red coins, and I'm not gonna waste my time. No, no! Okay, I'm going back for that. Maybe that's not such a good idea. I will proceed, I will continue. Oy, these red coins stink too. Oh no! Oh no. Oh no, I missed red coins. I have to play it again. When I saw yesterday, you push people into water so they get caught in jelly and you push them off again while they're in the jelly to eliminate them. Well, I got the 3 flowers, that's cool. I don't know, that doesn't sound like too much fun. I made the right decision not going back for that ring. Though where could I have missed the red coins? Get Yoshi, it says tryhard gamer gal. Good job, Jeff. Thank you, Heloy. Say, could you help me find some souvenirs here in Cardstock Carnival? I'd love some Raven blimps, please. The flip side of the spin wheel area? Oh, yeah, okay. Why it post twice? This is tryhard gamer gal. Because YouTube wants me to get Yoshi'd, I guess. Whatever that means. Okay, flip side of the area. Let's get the Poochie Pups and the Raven Blimps or whatever. Oh boy. Dude, I even started the stream earlier than normal. How am I already running out of steam? Oh yeah, I answered that question already. Not much sleep and lots of work today. That's a good combo for being tireds. Poochie Pup. Okay. Throw the baby out. Keep the bath water. This is plush. I feel like... Is it bad that it's so funny to me that Solar Flare hates that phrase so much? I don't use it purposefully to irk him or anything, but I just think it's funny that he hates it so much. Like, it's a good phrase, I think. Like, does anybody else here hate that phrase? Yeah, that, like I was gonna say, Sky, that's the whole point, is that, like, it's a hyperbole that really makes you get the point. Like, the essence of it is, you're making such a big deal of something so small, like you're ruining something that is so good for just this one thing that's so meaninglessly small. Like, that's the point of that phrase. So I think it's a great phrase. I'll read some more comments here in a minute. Also, I thought you went to bed. You taking a bath? Good time for it. Helps you relax, get ready for sleepy night-night time. I will catch up on some comments here shortly. Ow. You sneaky pooch. What's my time limit here? 3 minutes? And how many of these things have I found? 3 out of 5? I am definitely playing the flip side of this level again. Okay. I've got a lot to do tomorrow for school because I spent too much time procrastinating, says Tryhard Gamer Gal. I know how that feels. Aurora says, bathwater can give you a bath, but what can a baby do for you? Says Aurora. Well, on top of taking away your precious sleep, giving you plenty of pride and joy. I'm definitely one of those people that does believe that children are a blessing. And it's something that is more readily understood once you have them. Not saying that everybody needs to have children, but I will say, oh, it's the flip side. I will say that you will find your life much more full with children. It's one of those things that I've heard someone say this before. I think it was Ben Shapiro, that, you know, before you get married, your joy level is on like a -10 to a 10 scale, right? Like your happiest is 10, but your saddest or your most sad is -10. Like, worst thing in the world that's a -10, best thing in the world that's a +10. Like that's your kind of scale for emotions and feelings and all that, and like how life impacts you. Then once you get married or get in like a very meaningful relationship, it goes from -20 to 20, where like the bad things that happen in life are so much worse because, like, you know, if something bad happens to your significant other, then that impacts you all the more. But on the other hand, the good things also impact you more. Like, the good things that happen to your significant other make you very happy, and like likewise, sharing your good things that happen to you with your significant other also increases your happiness level. And then when you have children, the limits of the scale are taken off. For example, we went for a walk in the woods today, at this park, and there was a sign that that said to beware of ticks, and both Sky and I were like very oh, I don't think apprehensive is the word. I think the word is like, I don't know. I guess like a simple word would be nervous. We were extremely nervous about that prospect of one of our children getting a tick. Whereas we probably wouldn't be as worried if it was just ourselves. Or if like they fall and hurt themselves. It's like the worst thing that could have happened in the entire world. But the good things that they do, the good memories that you share, and like the feeling of raising another human being and watching them grow and like proceed through life and like face the challenges, and when you watch them do great things, it just gives you a very meaningful bounty of joy that you wouldn't be able to experience otherwise. I know that was kind of more of a joke comment, but I decided to take it in a very real direction. My friend just stopped the stream. Sorry, says Blue Scat. Yeah, I'm sorry we missed him. Tryhard Gamer says, well, you can grow and nurture a baby to take on all the goals you never could achieve yourself. I guess. Living vicariously through your child, though, is kind of a, iffy subject, I'll say. Okay. I love that egg jump so much. I barely passed English with two with a 70. I was joking, Lil says Tryhard Gamer Gal. I figured. It's that whole running theme of me taking what is a joke way too far in like a serious direction. Emotional damage, says Heloy. Indeed. You know, getting back to the game for a second. Also, you graduated magna cum laude, yet you barely passed English 2? How does that work? Like, when I got magna cum laude, I got a B in history class, but that was the lowest grade I'd gotten, and that was the only class I didn't get an A in. How did you get magna cum laude with getting a 70 in English? Well, magna cum laude means that you like had like an overall average of 94 or 96. I don't know, ask my principal, says Heloy. Maybe you shouldn't ask just in case it was a mistake. Oh, that reminds me of a time when I was in my my college chemistry class, and oh no way, it's down there of all places. I was in my chemistry class. We had just gotten done taking an exam, and I got a 96 on the exam. I was like the top student in that class. Still, later that, or after the class, my friends and I were sitting down and comparing like answers and questions and stuff, and they found that I got a question wrong that the teacher marked as correct. He had missed the fact that I messed up on one of the questions. He let me have that one correct. And my friends are like, oh, well, that's interesting. And I'm like, yeah, that's not right. I'm gonna go talk to my professor now and have him take that answer, or take that credit away. Not give me the credit for that answer because I got it wrong. And they're like, what are you doing? like he messed up. You got a 96. Like, why would you go to your professor and have him take away the credit that you got for a question? Like, just take the win. I'm like, no. Yeah, no, I wasn't worried about my teacher getting offended because I figured that it was the right thing to do and that it was the thing of integrity to do. So I did. I went to my professor and I said, hey, I actually got this question wrong, but you marked it as correct. And he's like, so I did. And like, he did take it off. And he's like, thank you for being honest. And I did not like I didn't get directly rewarded or anything for that act of integrity. But I did the right thing. I did the right thing. I got to feel good about it, I guess. That was my reward. I got to feel good about doing the right thing. Yeah. Still, like, it's not like I flunked the exam because I got one of the questions wrong, though. Like, I still got like a 93 or a 94 or something on the exam. But only like 2 or 3%, that's like nothing. So, yeah, I did the right thing. I felt good about that fact. I have a feeling that I'm not going to succeed in this endeavor. What am I even looking for? Yeah, I'm retrying this. You know, hon, I actually, you talking about, teachers having to grade multiple exams and everything like that. I actually did have to do that when I was a teacher's assistant in college. So I kind of have an idea because, like, I had to grade probably, 20 or so, lab reports, every week. And lab reports are not one of those things where it's like, oh, they got the right answer. It's one of those things that they got the right answer. Did they write it up well enough to describe why they got the right answer? I actually didn't mind it. Tryhard Gamer Gal says, sometimes I remember the dream I had where I was playing Pikmin and I was in the forest of Navel. Brittany was an enemy type surrounding the starting area and one of her 8 Olimar. That's quite the dream, Tryhard Gamer Gal. Quite the interesting dream, in fact. Huh. One of them 8 Olimar! How dare! Lucky when that happened to me, my grade went from 89 to a 67, says Heloy. Yeah, I was gonna say, like a 90, like a 3-point loss from one question being wrong. Like, that's like nothing. Like, I definitely had exams where there were like 4 questions wrong, so each question was like 25% of the total grade. And luckily, like, in most of those scenarios, there's certainly room for partial credit. Like, hey, you did this part of the problem right, but like the rest of it you screwed up, so you get like half credit or whatever. Okay. This is awkward. Ah! I'm starting to eepy. This is Tryhard Gamer Gal. I'm sorry. If you need to go to sleep, by all means. I found you, you silly little scamp. Man, this one's tough. There's just a lot to this level. Well, it's not so much that there's a lot to the level per se. More just that there's a lot of roadblocks. Like the fact that these things are swinging in the way and I keep throwing my eggs at them. Ugh. Yoshi's Crafted World problems, man. Yoshi's Crafted World problems. Real quick. I know I have all of the Poochie Pups, but I have 1 minute remaining. I may as well check around, see if I can't find the thing I'm looking for. Eggs! Eggs! E-double-G-S, eggs. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna have to come back. It's fine, though. It's fine. It's not fine. Forneo says, I have returned! Hey, welcome back, Forneo! Welcome to the stream. How am I 2.5 hours in already and I haven't even cleared 2 worlds? Bro! Another tornado alert, says Healy. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I am calm about it because I swear every time Healy hops on stream, he's like, there's a tornado alert. That's the 5th one this week, says Healy. Hey, Healy. When you grow up, when you are old enough to move out, live on your own, find a job, do you still want to live in Texas where tornadoes and other natural disasters abound? I have to ask that. Okay, let's find that portrait of a ghost Poochie. I love my Louie plushie. It's nearing his 1st anniversary of his adoption into my plush family, says Plush. Very nice. Happy plush-anniversary, happy plush-anniversary, happy plush-anniversary, happy plush-anniversary. Yes, I'm not leaving my hometown, says Healy. That's admirable. Even I left my hometown. They're not necessarily my first choice. It's just because, like, the kind of work that I do is not available in my hometown. In fact, if I wanted to drive to my current job from my parents' house, it would take nearly 2 hours. Well, not nearly 2 hours. It'd be like an hour and a half. Still, that's a lot! An hour and a half one way. It's ridiculous. I would never do that. My current commute of half an hour is long enough. I don't want a longer commute than that. No, thank you, please. So, the portrait is not up here. I was born here and I'll die here, says Healy. I mean, given all the natural disasters that occur in your hometown. You know what, I don't want to continue that thought, that's too morbid. No, but I get it, like, wanting to stay in your hometown, I totally get that. even with the majority or the multiplicity of problems that the town may have, it's still home. I get that completely. I'll probably get sucked up by a tornado or something, says Healy. I mean, yeah, probably. But you know what? I admire your loyalty to your hometown. And honestly, there is something to be said about staying in an area that you're familiar with. Fornio says, oh, hang on. Where is this darn picture? Fornio says, the weather was crazy when I was on my car trip. What kind of crazy? Where is this darn picture? Should I read the hint? Scout the flip side of the haunted house. It's right around a pic of a shy guy. Alright, well that's kind of helpful. I'm going to go back. Well, it's like 2 or 3 months, but still, it's nearing, says Plush. Yes, indeed. You're nearing that milestone for your Louis plush. Fantastic. It's near a picture of a shy guy. Like harsh rain and lightning, says Fornio. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I've definitely experienced that. No tornadoes, though, says Fornio. Good. I'm fortunate that I live in a part of the country that does not have many tornadoes. Very, very few. I do not see a picture here. I mean, I see a Shy Guy picture, but that's it. No Poochie picture. Where could it be? It's on the flip side, right? Yeah, I'm not crazy. It's on the flip side here. Also, did Bro see me through the wall? No, stop it! Don't chase me with your scythe. I don't appreciate that. I like the scythe. It's a cool weapon, but still, I don't appreciate you. I don't! No, I'm not going this way. Okay, but I might actually, like, hey Pikmin OSTs over Pikmin 4, and that's a wild thing to be saying, says Plush. That is a wild thing to be saying. That's crazy. But you know what? It's not invalid. It is not. You're allowed to like the Hey Pikmin track over the Pikmin 4 soundtrack. I'm not going to judge you for it. Some people might, but I won't. Is it maybe? No, that couldn't be it. Because this just comes back down here. Yeah, I'll go get Pidgey Pup, why not? Tornado alert, flooding alert, severe weather alert, strong winds alert, airport weather alert. Airport weather alert? What does that mean? Like weather that would halt an airplane's flight? What a time to be alive, am I right? Says he will like. More like what a place to be alive. Goodness, hearing all that stuff about Texas makes me never want to visit. Sounds awful. Oh. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine, it's fine. The music of Pikmin 4 was just kind of bland overall, with only a few standouts. With Hey Pikmin, a lot more tracks are memorable, says Plush. Interesting take. I mean, I haven't heard the Pikmin 4 soundtrack, so I can't comment. Ugh. Okay. Where am I missing this thing? It's just like Northeast Texas, because we're in Tornado Alley. Tornado Alley, that sounds awful. I have yet to see this picture, guys. Am I just blind? I mean, I am. I mean, clearly I have to wear glasses. It's around where a Shy Guy picture is, though. There's another Shy Guy picture. Is it? Where am I missing it? I swear, there's not that many places in this level. Let me try to search it up, says Heloy. Okay, but when you do search it up, and if you find it, please do not tell me where exactly it is. Instead, let me know if it is closer to the beginning or the end of the level. I would appreciate that kind of hint. I've lived in Texas my entire life so far, and I haven't seen a tornado yet, says 4Neo. Whoa. Well, I guess different areas of Texas then. Interesting. Interesting. Here in New York, the weather is pretty consistent. This guy says it's mostly cold. Anyway, I think I'm gonna eep. Says Plushpocalypse. Go get some eep, Plushpocalypse. Hope to see you next week. Hope you have a good one. Take care, Plush. And yeah, maybe it's because I don't live in Northeast Texas. This is Fort Neo. If that's where all the disasters strike, then yeah, I would probably not want to live there. Guys, I've been looking for this ding darn thing. Good night, Joof! Good night, Ploosh. Huh? Yeah, where's this ding dong turn toten thing? That reminds me, I haven't had a ding dong Hershey, a ding dong, Debbie cake in a while. I actually haven't eaten Debbie cakes in a long time. I guess I had one like a month or two ago at my parents' house, but that's just because the kids were eating them and they didn't finish them. It's near the beginning. Okay. Oi. I've been looking for this thing for 10 minutes, dude. It's in such a dumb spot, says Eloy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's in such a dumb spot. Part of me wants to imagine that it's somewhere in the background, not in like the sides, because if it was in the sides, then I'll give you a hint. Okay. I'll accept the hint at this point. This is ridiculous. Is it outside? Just aim at the background. Okay. Apparently it's near a Shy Guy picture. Which is like... Okay, this is the very beginning. All the way at the bottom. Okay. Alright, I think that's enough hints. I will try and find it. Based on your hints, you've narrowed it down pretty good, so... Wait. Oof! Oof! Forneo says I haven't played this game in years. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm going back and revisiting it. It's been over 5 years since the game came out. Do you have pleasant memories of playing this game for Neo? I know I do. We got another request. I thought, oh boy. Sneaky Shy Guys, please. I think 4 should do the trick. The circus stands are a good place to start. If you see one, just toss an egg at that sucker. Alright. Yeah, this is for Neo. Good. Oh, they're in the background. Oh, well, okay. Okie doke. Back to the Dallas chaos. Alright, yeah, please continue, for I'm sure there is more to share. Oh, my goodness gravy. Okay, so where are these sneaky Shy Guys? Why, Jeff, they're sneaking about! Of course! Of course, of course! But where? Where are they sneaking about? That's another question. Well, there's one. I like how the sneaky Shy Guy just basically boils down to a Shy Guy wearing a black robe and a fedora. Oh, there's one. Not the sneaky Shy Guys, the Poochie Pups. Sneaky Shy Guys, where be you? Good night, hon. I love you. Okay, so I got all the Poochie Pups. Wow, I am not seeing a lot of these sneaky Shy Guys. They must have snuck around pretty good. Well, there's one. Yeah, go back. So I'm gonna have to find the other 2 on a repeat playthrough. Go back, Jeff, you missed one. I don't have time to go back. I needed to beat the level in 2 minutes in order to get that 4th smiley flower, so I will simply go back again. That level's pretty short, so that's short and sweet. Short and sweet. Oh boy. Okay, let's try it again. Jeepers. Why did it send twice, says Heloy? I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking once I'm done with the souvenirs and 100% completing this world, I'm thinking it's time for me to sign off. Okay. Not up here. There's one. Got that one already. Time to look up high. Because I thought that they were just all going to be in the stands. It appears that that's not the case. There's one. Is that the one I missed, Heloy? Or was it a different one? Ah, there you are. I found him. Yay! I did it! Give me another smiley flower now. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I feel that I've earned it at this point. Do 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 do. Yay, sneaky Shy Guys. Good job, Jeff. Oh, thank you, Heloy. I'd love a roller coaster, please. The spin wheel area even has my personal favorite, the roller coaster. Okay. The roller coaster. Hey, at least I don't have to find any more objectives now, in this level, at least. In the, in that carnival level, and, well, I guess this is the carnival level. In that circus level and the haunted house level, I still need to find some red coins. What does bro need for a roller coaster for? Says Heloy. Good question. I mean, it doesn't look like he's able to move. Maybe that's why. Maybe he wants to know what it feels like to run up and down a hill. I don't know. What do any of these guys need these souvenirs for? They don't need them, they just want them. That's the whole point of a souvenir. Oh, where is it? Muhammad Ali. I think I've finally gotten to the point where, you know, I will no longer crack up obnoxiously when I hear Muhammad Ali. Still definitely my favorite queso joke. But, yeah. It's run its course. Okay, roller coaster, roller coaster. You would think that would, oh, there it is. I was gonna say, you would think that would be easy to spot. Justin Eater. That was pretty good. Alright, what's next? What do you need? What do you want? What do you want? I'd love a wagon, please. On the flip side, I know where that is. It's at the tail end of that level, so we can just speedrun to get there. Oops! Never mind, hang on. Jeff, I remember the first video I saw of yours is the Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Crafted World comparison video. Says Forneo. Awesome. Yeah, you know, that video's done pretty well. All things considered. It's not like the most viewed video on my channel, obviously. But it's one that I was pretty proud of. It was a pretty in-depth video. And I might want to do retrospectives on a whole bunch of the Yoshi games, but I don't think Woolly World or Crafted World are going to be in that list. Because I've pretty much already reviewed both of them. Like, I reviewed them pretty thoroughly. So if I ever decide to do retrospectives for all of the Yoshi games, Woolly World and Crafted World likely won't be included. I only say likely because I could change my mind. I don't know if I want to give all the Yoshi games like the hour-long retrospective treatment that I'm going to be giving Yoshi's New Island. But, you know, maybe. I don't know yet. There. I now have infinite ammunition with this Poochie Pup. Oh my goodness, I am losing steam. Oh boy. Oh boy. I already have all the eggs I need for this. I know where it is. I saw it earlier. Get out of my way, Shy Guys. Steak and hawking. Okay, that one's pretty good too. Okay. Oh yeah, how's the Yoshi's New Island video going? Oh, man, I haven't been editing it for a while. I've gotten sidetracked with other things. I've got about 14 minutes of it edited? 13? Flip side of the haunted house, huh? I've got about 14 or 13 minutes of it edited so far. Try the flip side of the haunted house. Folks usually keep clocks in their rooms. Okay, good. But I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out so far. I broke out the green screen for that video, and I was very happy with how that part turned out. Bro, what is John F. Kennedy kidney failure? Did I didn't do the flip side. I did do the flip side. You know, I'm kind of tempted to give you guys a sneak peek of how that video is going, but logistically, I'm not sure how I could do that. Like, I usually use DaVinci Resolve in a... I usually use DaVinci Resolve in a two-screen sort of setup. And right now I only have access to one of my screens. The other one I am using for my Yoshi's Woolly World, or Yoshi's Crafted World playthrough. That said, maybe I just go ahead and try it right before the end of the stream if you guys want to see a little sneak peek of how that's going. I don't know, what do you guys think? Would you like to see a sneak peek? It is potentially months away from actually being fully produced. And the section that I would want to show you is definitely the green screen part. So... okay, there's no clock up there. Yes, says Heli. I don't know, it's up to you. I'll see if I can do it. I am definitely not opposed to giving you guys a little sneak peek for sticking around. Let's see if I can find this clock first, though. So, folks usually keep these in their rooms. It kind of tells me that it's up here somewhere. Although, I have not seen it yet. I think I might have gone too far. Ugh. Ugh. I know it's at least indoors somewhere. And when he said in their rooms, I thought he meant up here. Oh, there it is. Boy, that sure blended into the environment. Woof. Woof. Oh, you know, I just realized, I actually have that video rendered. Everything's a whirl in the spin wheel area. Take a look for this traditional ride there. I have a rendered video, like a test video. Wait a minute, no, it's not in here. I have a rendered version of it, so I don't even need to open up DaVinci Resolve. I can just open it up on my computer in VLC, and that should be a piece of cake. Fall Guys, more like Five Guys. Five Guys, burgers and fries. I haven't eaten there in quite a while. Where did he say it was? Everything's a whirl. Look for this traditional ride there. Okay. And it doesn't help me, like, at all. It just tells me it's in this level. Which the level select already does that. Give me some more meaningful hints. I like it when you do that. Okay, so it'd be like... yeah, Five Guys, burgers, and fries. I haven't had them in quite a while. There's the merry-go-round. That was easy. Yeah, I haven't had Five Guys in a long time. I forget what the burgers are even like, because anytime I think of Five Guys, I just think of the obnoxious amount of French fries they give you. I've never had Five Guys, says 4Neo. Do you have Five Guys in Texas? I'd love some night sky ghosts, please. In the night sky outside the haunted house. Oh boy. Is that what he said? You'll see them soaring the night sky outside the haunted house. Get 6 for me. Okay, I think I know what I'm missing in this level. I want in and out, but the nearest one is 30 minutes away, says Heli. That's not bad. I don't have any anywhere near close to me. That said, 30 minutes is a long ways to drive for just fast food. There are no fast food chains that I would drive 30 minutes out of my way to obtain. The only restaurant that I might drive 30 minutes out of my way to go and visit is CiCi's Pizza. And that's because they're a dying breed. Once I saw a Waffle House, I started seeing them everywhere, says 4Neo. They really are everywhere, dude. Like, no kidding. Those restaurants are legit everywhere. And it's like, they're a totally inconspicuous kind of place. Until you, like, recognize that yellow and black lettering. Bro, I just went to CC's today. Heloy, I'm jealous. I want to go to CC's. The nearest CC's to me is like 3 hours away. And it's not even in this country. Yeah. That's the condition of CC's Pizza in my neck of the woods. Inai. It's not here. Like on our way back from Virginia Beach a couple of years ago, we went there. Bro, I have a CC's like 1 minute away from my house. Dude, if I had a CC's Pizza near me, one, I'd be broke because I'd go there so often, and two, I'd be enormously fat. Because I'd be there all the time. I love CC's. Legit, I know it's not good pizza. I know that. But here's the thing. There are, like, zero, aside from CC's Pizza, that I'm aware of, there are, like, no pizza buffet restaurants anymore. And that's a crime, my guy. Like, why? I guess because, like, you know, there are a lot of children at these places. To me, it's worth the trade-off. I mean, it helps that I'm a father of young children, so children don't bother me as much anymore. But, like, a pizza buffet, like, think about that for a second. You get to go to these places and just try an obnoxious amount of different types of pizza to your heart's content. What is not awesome about that? CC's makes my top 5, says Heloy. I highly doubt that it would make my top 5. At least in terms of, like, top 5, like, high-quality pizza restaurants. Or that sort of thing. But at least in terms of, like, budget fast food pizza. Yeah, it's like, it is up there, for sure. Partially because of the rarity, I'll admit that. Like, the rarity makes it a novelty. Absolutely. That's why I like it, says Heloy. The whole buffet angle. Like, again, what is not appealing about that? I don't understand. Why isn't buffet pizza more popular? I feel like it used to be. You know? Okay, I remember the gimmick here now. Like, Pizza Hut used to have, buffets. Those were awesome. Think about how people 100 years ago... Oh, hang on. Think about how about 100 years ago, people would only hear their favorite song 2 or 3 times throughout their entire life. This is for Neo. Ah, yes, the benefits of living in the future. Of having recordable media on discs for playback at will! My, how science has improved our lives. Yeah. So I've got 3 of them so far. There's one. Oh, these things are obnoxious. It's not so much that they're, like, super well hidden or anything, it's just... Oh, man, they don't stick out, like, at all. Like, I'm hoping I haven't missed anything too substantial. Okay, there's one. I'd wager that the last one's probably in, like, the last chase area. Hi, says Rachel. What's going on, Rachel? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to part 5 of Yoshi's Crafted World, revisited 5 years later. How are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. Well, what did that... Oh, right. I don't even need that. I already got it last time I was in this level. And now I'm just thinking about pizza buffets, Heloy. Look what you've done to me. Like, I'm so jealous that you live, like, right next to a CC's Pizza. I'm so jealous. What's this? Nothing of my concern. It's a red coin that I already got. Heloy says my top 5 pizzas. Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, don't ask. Okay. 2, some random pizza place at the mall. 3, CC's. 4, Little Caesars. 5, Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut except for those other 4 places you mentioned. Oh, that actually makes me think of one of my coworkers talking about when Little Caesars became the official pizza of the NFL. And like there's some meme going around about that, and like whoever was perpetuating the meme just said something to the order of like, dude, oh no, they out pizza the Hut. We are the Yoshi Fanatics, says Rachel. Indeed! I blame nobody if they are a Yoshi Fanatic. Jeff's channel is TVPG, says Yoshi Daffy Duck. Yeah, that checks out. Sometimes we talk about deep matters, but it's nothing that is outside of a PG rating, typically. Unless I'm talking about how Yoshis reproduce. Then it's like, cover your ears, kids. Yeah. Oh boy. Where's this ghosty ghost? Ow, can I go back? Ouch. So I missed it somewhere. And also the coin is not where I thought it would be. There you go. The game over screen. The game over screen. Retry. Hey, the flower's happy again. Where do I restart from? The beginning of the level? No, the last checkpoint. Ugh! These ghosties are obnoxious. And again, first game over screen of the whole series, says Hela. Yeah, we made it 5 weeks into the playthrough without a single game over screen. And that one only happened because, well, I guess I didn't care if it happened. Where is the ghost? I'm not giving up the ghost just yet. But do I have to go back to the beginning of the level? Do I have to turn up the brightness of my screen in order to see this ghosty ghost? Hooray, let's cheer, says Forneo. Yeah, that's a milestone. So there's one there, and I already got him. Oh, I forgot the new Fortnite season started today. How often do Fortnite seasons pop up, Eloy? Honestly, guys, we're getting pretty far into the stream. I might be ready to throw in the towel. I don't know. How close am I? Who knows? We get 4 seasons every year, says Eloy. They reduced it by a lot. And a new chapter every year. Okay, you know what? That checks out. Seasons, there's 4 in a year. That makes sense. Let's hope a new Yoshi comes out soon. We haven't gotten one in a while, says Rachel. Yeah, I mean, yes, I agree. I would like a new Yoshi game soon, please. Heck, I would even take a Yoshi's Woolly World port to the Switch. I'd be ecstatic about that. Though I will admit, it would make me think that the next Yoshi game isn't coming for quite a while. But yeah, it's been 5 years since Yoshi's Crafted World. Kinda crazy to think about. Feels like just yesterday when it came out. Ugh. No, I already got that one. Gosh, these things are obnoxious. I'm thinking about turning up the brightness on my screen. I think I'm going to. Just because, like, these things tend to hide in the background, and it's not like it's like they're crazy well hidden or anything. I just can't see them. So let's turn up the... Oh. Let's turn up the brightness of the screen up to 100%. If I can't see it now, well, that's my fault. And 1 live event per chapter, says Healy. With the new console coming out, it's very likely we'll be getting a new Yoshi game soon, says Forneo. I am expecting that the next Yoshi game will come out mid-generation, next generation. That's pretty much when Yoshi's Crafted World came out. Well, alright, technically it came out early in the generation. It came out in, like, 2 years into the Switch's life. But it's not like there's a giant demand for a new Yoshi game, aside from, you know, Yoshi freaks like myself. But I don't anticipate we'll see one until at least 2, maybe even 3 or 4 years into the next system's lifespan. Typically, these Yoshi games don't come out, like, right at the beginning of a console generation. In fact, most of them have been pretty late. Like, Yoshi's Island came out in 1995, which was, it was the year before the Nintendo 64 came out. Yoshi's Story came out, I think, in 2000? Or was it 1998? At least halfway through the Nintendo 64's lifespan. Yoshi's Island DS, I guess that was a pretty early title on the DS. That came out in 2005? 2006? Yoshi Topsy Turvy, I feel like that was pretty late. 2004, I think. So that was pretty late in the Game Boy Advance lifespan. So I already got that. Yoshi's Crafted World, 2015. Came out 2 years before the Switch came out. Which I guess was only 3 years after the Wii U came out, so that's like a little over halfway through the generation. Yoshi's Crafted World was fairly early. Yoshi's New Island, actually that was like halfway through the Nintendo 3DS's lifespan too. So if we're going with that sort of trend, I would imagine that the next Yoshi game wouldn't come out until at least 2 or 3 years into the next system's lifespan. So that's my take. What do you guys think? I just hope we get a 3D Yoshi soon. Oh, I'm with you, Forneo. And I hope that it's at least somewhat like my, my idea video. That would make me happy. Though, admittedly, I had high hopes for that one. Nintendo Switch port of Yoshi's Woolly World would be awesome. Combining the Wii U and 3DS ports plus new stuff like the egg jump would make for a huge hit, says Rachel. I think that it would do fairly well on the Switch. Like, you have the, oh, there it is. You have the Switch effect, right? Like, games just tend to do really well on the Switch, as far as, like, sales-wise goes. We'll keep playing. 1 sec. I'm gonna turn the brightness back down. Because I like to keep my monitor brightness at, like, 50%. I prefer not to, like, blast it. 50% is, like, my happy medium. Okay. Nintendo probably made a 3D Yoshi game, but Queso ate the only copy. But yeah, like a Switch port, I think it would do pretty well. I don't think it would, like... I do think it would sell more than the Wii U version, and absolutely the 3DS version. I would just like to, you know, be done with this whole, I think we're done with the whole, like, lack of a definitive version of games sort of thing. Like, I think we're pretty much done with that whole cycle. Given the fact that, you know, Nintendo no longer does separate home consoles and handheld consoles. They do the combination now. The hybrid console, which I love that concept so much. And given that they do that approach now, given that they do that approach now, there's not that whole problem of, like, you know, the home console version is the original version and it looks better, plays better than the handheld version, but the handheld version has extra content. We're kind of done with that now. So, oh, Jeff, I forgot to tell you what I got on my AutoCAD certification test. I got an 86%. Nice. That's pretty solid. Wait a minute. When did I find that red coin? When did I find that? I didn't know I found that. Fornio says, I think the new console should be a home console. That way we can get games with better graphics. Says Fornio. I think that no matter what, like, if it's a hybrid console, it will certainly be more powerful than this current Switch. Yes, he's out of requests! Woo! And if these new rumors are anything to be believed, like 12 gigs of RAM, and like built off of NVIDIA's Ampere architecture, which is like NVIDIA 30 series graphics cards are built off of that architecture. 256 gigs of storage. Like, if those rumors are to be believed, I would be completely satisfied with it being another I can't even think. I'd be completely happy with it being another hybrid console. In fact, I would love that. I love the hybrid console nature. The only downside, and I do mean the only downside, is the performance isn't up to snuff with other consoles, like the PS5 or the Xbox Series consoles, for example. But that was never going to happen, even if they did make a new home console. Their thing is not, they're not in the console, like, arms race or anything like that. Like, no matter what, it's not going to be as powerful as the competition. And this hybrid angle has worked exceedingly well for them. Like, we're talking the fact that the Nintendo Switch may very well end up being the best-selling video game console of all time. Not even just Nintendo's best-selling console. It's already their second best-selling system of all time. And the generation's not over yet. Like, we're talking about best of all time. It certainly hit a chord, and I think they'd be fools if they threw away that market that they've got. And like I said, I think that the new console will be plenty powerful enough. Like, if Arlo's video kind of suggested that the next Switch, or the Switch 2, or whatever it is, could end up being like, what? Could end up being like PlayStation 4, Xbox Series, or Xbox One level of performance. And if you think about it, there are not that many exclusive games for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Like, most of the games that are worth playing on the current gen consoles are also available on the previous generation, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Not that they're, like, the best versions or anything, but, you know, they're competent versions. Plenty good enough. Like, if you ask me, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, if Nintendo were to aim for that sort of, If Nintendo were to aim for that sort of performance level, I think everyone would be ecstatic. Oh, there we go. I know I didn't get that last time. Meow. Oh, give me that. You make a great point, Jeff, says 4Neo. I mean, it's, in fairness, this is not entirely my point. Like, other people have said that before me. Like, that was a direct reference to an Arlo video. But also consider this. You've got these fairly powerful, handheld PC sort of setups now, like the Steam Deck. Those, I wouldn't put them up against the PS5 or Xbox Series X either. But those are a very enticing proposition as well. Like, Nintendo's kind of formed a new market. A new sort of market niche for video games with this whole hybrid console sort of setup. And like I said, you're gonna have to sacrifice something for that hybrid console concept. And I think it's worth the trade-off, to be honest. Rachel says, I have heard lots of great things about Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, so I'm going to give it a try. By all means, I highly recommend it. It is my favorite Yoshi game. My absolute favorite. I know many people have stated that Yoshi's Woolly World is their favorite, and I don't blame them, but I still think Yoshi's Island is the better overall. It's the better designed game, I think. There are things Woolly World does better, but I still think Yoshi's Island takes the crown. I just realized, why is it only Xbox, Switch, and PS? Why isn't there anymore? Jeff, what? I just realized, why is it only Xbox, Switch, and PS? I'm not wearing blue coffee creamer. But I will drink water. Eloy, what do you mean by Xbox, Switch, and PS? Do you mean PC? Okay. Oh, why isn't there more? Why is it only Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation? Oh, I was completely misreading your question. I thought, like, you meant one of them got kicked out of the console race. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why isn't there more? I don't know, like, the market didn't want more. How many of you guys were excited about the Atari VCS? How many of you were rushing out to get an Nvidia Shield TV? How many of you wanted the Ouya? There have been other attempts, right? Sega used to be in the race, but they lost. Through multiple faults, they lost. And that's why they're not doing it anymore. What the heck is an Atari VCS? Exactly. Atari had come back a few years ago and was making like a new console that was essentially just a Linux PC with like Atari games on it. So that's why the market doesn't want more. There have been other competitions, and Nvidia's Shield TV is it's basically like a streaming box for your TV that is a very competent emulation device. The Ouya was essentially an Android box that was like, you plug it into your TV and you can play Android games on it. The Atari VCS, basically a Linux computer. The market doesn't care. Like, the established names are Nintendo, Xbox, and Sony. Even Google tried to throw their hat in the ring with the Stadia. People didn't bite. It's a very established market at this point, and it's gonna take one heck of an innovation to get someone else in the race. Guys, I graduated from Yapperson School. Yapperson School. I feel like I should have gone to Yapperson School. I talk a lot. But yeah, I hope that answers your question, Heloy. There are not more because the market doesn't want more. I'm gonna go ahead and wait. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and try and buy the rest of the costumes if I haven't already. Looks like I have. Oh, I haven't. I have not bought the ones here. Let's buy the rest. I've got so many coins at this point, I may as well spend them all. Spend them all, I say! And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the Yoshi's New Island sneak peek. Heck, I might even just show you guys everything I've done so far. Or do you just want to see a couple minute snippet? I saw a golden apple, says Heloy. There's a red apple. Is there any chickens in Yoshi's games? Any chickens? The closest things that there are to chickens are like ducks. I forget what they're called. They're called Fluffin' Puffins in Yoshi's Woolly World, but I don't know what they're called in... There's a yellow apple. I don't know what they're called in like the other Yoshi games. There's also the Goonies, but again, those are basically just ducks. Okay, is that... Did I get the rest of them? I think maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I've bought all the costumes so far. There's a giant fish, but that's not a chicken. Yeah, that's not even close. It's not even close to a chicken. Alright, let's go ahead and unlock the next area. We'll start there next time. 10 smiley flowers. I don't want to part with them. I will only have 316 left. Do 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 do. That really puts a spring in my step. Okie doke. There's only 2 levels in this world, so that should take less than an hour next time. Do animals even exist in the Mario universe, not counting Yoshis or Kongs? Says Heloy. I mean, yes. There are a few different animals that appear in, like, the Yoshi games in particular. Bombs away on Pirate Island. There are 10 smiley flowers. Oh wait, that's not mind-blowing. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, guys. It's now time for that sneak peek that I promised you. So we're gonna go ahead and mute Yoshi's Crafted World. I'm going to stop the recording. And why don't we go ahead and switch over to, well, let me get this pulled up first. Where is it? This one. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and watch everything that I've got for, yeah, you know what? You guys have stuck around for a while. I think you've earned the sneak peek. Rachel says, "What final boss do you like? Baby Bowser in Woolly World or Baby Bowser in Yoshi's Island or in Crafted World?" Absolutely Yoshi's Island. Woolly World was pretty good, although most of the reason that was good was because it borrowed so heavily from Yoshi's Island. In terms of, well, everything, just the one in Island was superb. Especially the boss music. Oh man, it was so good. Yoshi's Crafted World was pretty good too. It was different. I don't think it was as good as the other two. Alright. For a reward for you guys sticking around until jeepers late o'clock, I'm gonna show you guys what I have finished so far for the Yoshi's New Island retrospective. And I want to note real quick, in the sound section, when I'm discussing the sounds, I don't have background music selected for it yet. I will have in the end product. Don't worry. But anyway, let's go ahead and switch over. Let's watch I'm just gonna do it in this windowed thing. You know what? No, I'm not. Hang on. I feel like I might need to restart. Because
Okay, here we go.
I want to make sure that this is in full screen. There we go. Let's watch. Let's watch it together. I want to turn it up some too.
Okay,
I don't actually
here we
think
go.
I need to.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jeff, the Yoshi Fanatic, and I've got to ask. Do you remember Yoshi's New Island?
My guess is that you've at least heard of it, and if you're familiar with the game, hearing the name probably brings back some unpleasant memories. If that's the case, I completely understand. Yoshi's New Island is arguably the black sheep of the Yoshi games, with a prevailing
Right into it and find out.
As soon as you turn the game on, you're greeted with this.
Okay, we're not off to a good start.
This has got to be one of the absolute worst first impressions of any video game I've ever played. The music is overwhelmingly childish, putting the squeak and kazoo-filled cacophony on full display. It's honestly ear-piercing and grating. What's even worse is the fact that you'll hear this horrible song every time you restart the software, and the best way to get out of listening to it is to just never close the game, or just mute the game at the title screen. Yeah, the title theme is that bad. Fortunately, things take a turn for the better after you leave the title screen. When you first start a new profile, the game introduces you to the story with an introductory cutscene similar to Yoshi's Island. The story is never really a huge aspect of any Yoshi games, but out of the whole series, the Yoshi's Island games have the most potential in terms of lore, as funny as that sounds. Yoshi's Island acted as the origin story for the Mario Brothers, and established that the Yoshi clan played an important role in their backstory. Yoshi's Island DS advanced the story, taking place sometime after Yoshi's Island, and establishing another important story beat. At the end of that game, babies Mario, Luigi, Peach, Wario, Donkey Kong, and Bowser are revealed to be the Star Children, along with one baby Yoshi. This particular Yoshi may very well be the one that we meet for the first time in Super Mario World, and the main Yoshi who's featured in the Mario spin-off games, but that's a discussion for another time. Instead of being a sequel to Yoshi's Island DS, Yoshi's New Island takes place immediately after the original Yoshi's Island. We see the stork carrying out the delivery of the baby Mario brothers to their parents after being saved by Yoshi, all the while recounting the memories of the last game. The music that plays here is even reminiscent of Yoshi's Island, being an updated version of the Music Box song from the intro of that game. However, when the stork lands at the mushroom-shaped house, he discovers that he delivered the babies to the wrong people.
Come on, dude, you have one job!
Horrified, the stork takes the babies and urgently flies away to find the right house and complete the delivery. The music even speeds up here to highlight the urgency of the situation. It almost sounds like whoever's playing the music box is spinning the crank a little too fast, which is a great touch. Unfortunately, from here the story plays out exactly the same as it did in Yoshi's Island. Kamek takes this as an opportunity to kidnap the Mario Bros again, and clashes with the stork in the sky above the ocean. He snatches Luigi from the stork, and Mario plummets toward the ocean after the skirmish. Luckily, he lands on Egg Island, a floating egg-shaped island located in the sky above the ocean, which acted as a second home to the Yoshis. He's found by the Yoshi clan, and just like in Yoshi's Island, they decide to escort Baby Mario on a quest to rescue Baby Luigi from the clutches of Kamek and Baby Bowser. One interesting difference that sets this apart from Yoshi's Island story is that Baby Bowser has taken over Egg Island, deciding that it's a perfect location for his new vacation home. I find this interesting from a potential lore perspective because it establishes that Baby Bowser already had some pre-existing beef with the Yoshi clan. If this is handled properly, this could make for some very interesting world building, but given how Mario and Yoshi games tend to go, I'm probably reading way too far into this. Anyway, with the exposition out of the way, it's time to jump into the first level. Starting with the art style, this game very clearly takes inspiration from Yoshi's Island. The backgrounds and levels themselves in particular seem to be a progression of the art style, as they stick to the same coloring book aesthetic as the other Yoshi's Island games. It's all very colorful and stylized. Well, aside from a couple of the levels in World 3, where it looks like they just painted the outlines of the hills and trees and said,
Nah, screw it.
Aside from that, the backgrounds and levels are quite pleasant aesthetically speaking. However, it seems that the characters got the short end of the stick in terms of art style. The characters look like clay models with a watercolor overlay, which isn't a great look in my mind, though I will say that characters like Neppy Newt do benefit from this look. In addition, their fairly low polygon count makes them look quite blocky. This is especially true for Yoshi, whose shell looks more like a spike, which cannot be a comfy seat for Baby Mario. Some characters' proportions are also off somewhat, especially Yoshi and Poochie. Yoshi's feet are laughably large, and his legs are missing entirely. And even though Yoshi's legs were also absent in Yoshi's Island, it looks more out of place in Yoshi's new island. By the way, can we acknowledge that Yoshi's Island DS is the only Yoshi's Island game that had the decency to give Yoshi legs? But I digress. Also, when Yoshi beats a boss, he and Baby Mario give the player a thumbs up, which is supposed to look like their hands are coming towards the screen, but it just looks like their hands inflate to gigantic proportions, which is hysterical. Wow, those hands. Maybe Yoshi and Baby Mario should go into boxing. Their hands are enormous. Out of all the characters, though, Poochie is the one who got duped the most. Whoa, it's Poochie! Oh. Poochie, why are you so giant? And why does your body look like that? He looks very strange in this game, and it's hard for me to really put my finger on exactly why. I think his legs are longer and skinnier than they are in the other Yoshi games, and because of the clay model and watercolor style, he looks like he doesn't have any fur, which makes him look like a hippopotamus-sized sphinx cat. It's really not a good look for our good boy. Something else I noticed as I kept playing the game is that the characters aren't expressive in the least, as they lack any sort of bounce or life compared to the other games in the series. Like, take a look at Mild, the pink balloon enemy. He's supposed to look more bouncy and squishy, like a balloon, but in this game, he looks like a walking pink bowling ball. Pretty much all of the characters just look lifeless, and being a Mario-adjacent series, which is normally very full of character and life, it's honestly pretty jarring. One more small nitpick is that some of the characters in the background, like the white shy guys with the spiked ball and chain in the castles, are very poorly animated. Since they're more like background elements than actual characters you can interact with, they don't have to be fully 3D modeled and animated, so instead, they're just 2D pixelated sprites. This at least looks passable on the 3DS, maybe even inconspicuously similar to the rest of the characters, but upscaled in an emulator, these characters look extremely out of place. All in all though, I have to give credit where credit is due. Yoshi's new island is quite colorful, and it's definitely not an eyesore to look at or anything, and the low resolution of the 3DS cuts off some of the rough edges. But played at a higher resolution, like 960p, the problems with the art style are accentuated. Moving on to the sound design, there's nothing blatantly wrong with the sound effects in this game. The majority of them don't feel out of place.
Just as a reminder, I don't have background music for this yet, so that's why it feels a little empty.
Unlike in Yoshi's Island DS, where some of them felt like straight up stock sound effects. There's really nothing offensive in terms of sound effects, but there's also not that much that stuck with me. I'd say that the sound effects in this game are serviceable, but not memorable. The voice clips are also serviceable, but I wouldn't say stellar. Following Yoshi's Island DS, Yoshi retains the voice clips that were first used in Yoshi's story, which I prefer over the synthesized sounds that comprised Yoshi's voice in the original Yoshi's Island. Baby Mario retains his voice clips from the original Yoshi's Island, which most people detest. I've even heard someone compare Baby Mario to a fire alarm horn sound. I understand that sentiment, but being a father of young children, it doesn't bother me as much. Kamek seems to use his voice clips from the new Super Mario Bros. Series. Finally, Baby Bowser sounds a lot like Bowser Jr., but as far as I can tell, his voice clips aren't reused from any other games. They seem to be newly recorded. But enough beating around the bush. When you hear the words Yoshi's, New, Island, and Sound in close succession, what you really think of is the music. So let's talk about that. I've got to be honest, when I first played the game back in 2015, I was so put off by the music that I played the whole game with the 3DS volume slider turned all the way down. So coming back to this game after so many years, and remembering the music being the main issue I had when I first played it, I really wasn't looking forward to listening to the music for the entirety of my second playthrough. But I'm glad I did, because my opinion on Yoshi's New Island soundtrack has changed quite a bit. As I mentioned earlier, the title screen music is atrocious, and it's a terrible first impression. And after the first cutscene, in the scene where the Yoshi clan finds Baby Mario, the soundtrack transitions to yet another garbage song, the infamous Yoshi clan theme.
Where is that terrible noise coming from? And why are you all okay with this cacophony?
This song is just terrible, and it makes me want to scrape out my eardrums with a screwdriver. The Yoshi clan theme exemplifies everything that's wrong with the Yoshi's New Island soundtrack. In particular, the instrument selection could not have been worse. The song is just laden with kazoos, other children's instruments, and squeaks, which gives the music a childish and immature sound that most of us wouldn't be caught dead listening to. So yeah, the title theme and the Yoshi clan theme are garbage to say the least.
And that's what I've got so far. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that little snippet. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Crud. Well, that's great. Now it's non-responsive. Hang on. Okay, well anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed that little snippet. Come on now. Yeah, that's what I've got done in the video now. I'm looking forward to sharing more with you guys in the, I'm looking forward to sharing more with you guys, in the future. I really need to get back to working on it. But that's what I've got done so far. And, yeah, looking forward to officially sharing that with you guys. I've got some little tweaks to do here and there. I might add a little bit of EQ. We'll see. But either way, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because I always enjoy my time streaming. And, I especially enjoy having you guys along for the ride. So, thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you'll be notified when I go live or post a video. Feel free to join the Discord. We got lots of stuff going on in there. Primarily, though, come chat with me. I love chatting with the fans. Whenever I post updates about my video or my live stream schedule, that's usually where I do it. So, thanks for tuning in, you guys. As always. Oh yeah, right. Next stream should be next Friday, starting around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see how that pans out. You know, that doesn't always work out, but sometimes it does. Why is my stream deck, dude? I don't know why it does this. I don't know why it does this to me. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, and hope to see you guys next time. Have a good week, everybody. See you next time.